Welcome to Millbrook, Alabama, in Stanhope Elmore High School, where the Tigers traveled north to take on the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. The Tigers come up here. It's normally a very exciting football game. Last time the Tigers lost by 24-20 on a long pass play right at the end of the game after the Tigers had scored late to take the lead. So two lead changes in the last few seconds of that game, and the Tigers kicked short. The time before was 18 years ago. The Tigers came up here in 2005 and drove the length of the field. We were watching the game from the other side. The home side now is the visiting side. The visiting side is the home side. They added a up level to the bleachers and a nice press box. But we were over there about ready to pack it up and give up on the Tigers, but they drove the length of the field, scored, tied the game, won in overtime by 28-27. So that was 18 years ago. So the last two games here decided by 5 points. Hopefully we'll have a good, close, exciting game tonight, Doug.
Hope so, Keith. As I think we got everything up and running, going good tonight. Got a new little twist for y'all tonight. First off, do not forget, in case the Tigers win the opening toss, put your name in. Go into the comments. It has to be done before the comments. Comment Mid-South Bank, and you will be eligible if the Tigers run the kickoff back or the start of the second half kickoff, whichever one we receive first. You will be eligible for the $100 cash from Mid-South Bank. So go ahead, go under comments, comment Mid-South Bank, and you will be eligible for that. Also, a new twist tonight. We've got John Wayne Robinson down on the sideline, a sideline reporter for us. As a matter of fact, Charles, if you'll click on him, we'll go ahead and go down and find out how much all this rain has affected the field up to this point.
Hey, guys, a lot of rain coming up here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, there's a lot of rain. We was driving up today. A lot of water standing on the south side of Montgomery. But this field is cut to about two inches, and it seems to be good and firm and ready for some Tiger football.
Well, that's great. Does it seem slick? I know you're not moving as fast as the play, but does it seem slick at all?
No, it's not very slick, and it's not very soft. It's pretty firm, and I think we ought to be able to play good football on this.
Well, that's great. Yeah, we saw. Of course, it was still raining pretty good during the pregame warm-ups, and we saw some mishandled snaps in the shotgun and things like that. But I think it was actually the rain that was falling at the time instead of, I guess, the field conditions. So that's good news to hear.
All right, Keith, what do you think about the wishbone offense tonight from the Mustangs? It's kind of perfect conditions for them.
Yeah, Coach Jernigan mentioned them running the wishbone some last night, and that would be the perfect, as you said, the offense to run in bad conditions. He talked about that on the show, and we mentioned the fact that, in all these years, I haven't heard wishbone being used as far as someone running the wishbone other than Georgia Southern or Navy.
Enterprise, did they come out?
They came out. I think that may have been a tribute to Coach Bacon, maybe. Yes. I don't know, but if they run the wishbone tonight, they ran a few plays last week, and then I read that Pell City ran the wishbone last week. So if that be the case, the Tigers may see the wishbone 3 times this season that we know of, and I don't remember. I cannot remember a team run the wishbone, a true wishbone against us in the last 25 years at least.
The Headland ran pistol. I think Rehoboth did too. So yeah, we'll see a little bit.
You see the wing tee. You see that double wing with that single back. That's kind of a variation of the wishbone, but not a true wishbone. If they run the wishbone tonight, that'll be very interesting to see if they stick with it. I'm sure they'll vary it up, but that'll be interesting.
Well, Eufaula playing up in classification once again this week, so they'll have their work cut out for them as far as size and all that type of stuff. While we have a chance, a little over 9 minutes before the kickoff here, let's take a break and play some commercials. We'll be back for more Eufaula High School football after this.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? Apex Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4440.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other. Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Brown Heat and Air broadcast booth from the visiting side here at Stanhope Elmore High School. I guess this is Mustang Stadium. No, it's Foshee Henderson Stadium, in recognizing the legendary coach here, Jimmy Foshee. It's home of the Mustangs, and the Tigers look to try to draw even on the season. They are 0-1 coming into this game. Of course, a tough week last week on the road in Enterprise. Ran into a buzzsaw. Enterprise took advantage of some early Eufaula mistakes and got a lead on the Tigers early in that game, and the Tigers just never able to recover in that one. Hopefully we'll see a different result tonight. Mustangs come in 1-0 on the season. They were victorious last week over Shades Valley, 42-13. So,
Keith, while you grab the captain's numbers and from Stanhope and Eufaula, I want to remind everybody once again, we're fixing to have the coin toss. If you have not, go on ahead and put your name in. If Eufaula wins the first opening half kickoff, you better get your name in. Comment Mid-South Bank. We'll be giving away $100. We did see a kickoff run back last week, but it's got to be the first one to start a half for the Tigers. So go on to Facebook, log in, make a comment, Mid-South Bank, and you are entered if we can break one at the right time.
Well, the captains for Eufaula, number 0, Aurelia Slaughter. He's a senior. Number 1, Markia Harris, Red Harris, a running back. Number 6, Malix. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Malix Comer. And number 12, the senior quarterback, Browning Anderson. So a quartet of seniors for the Tigers captains tonight. Across the way, we'll try to get the numbers for the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs, but they did not supply us with
14.
they didn't supply us with a roster, so we'll have to roll down. We've got a roster online, but it's not all on
7, 12, 14.
7's not on the online roster. 12 is Jamari Coleman. He is a junior wide receiver, 5'10", 165. And then 14, Jacob Bryant. He is the starting quarterback. He is a senior, 6'3", 195. Pretty good size quarterback for them.
There's one more. I'll get it in a second. There's the coin toss. We'll see. He dropped it. Sometimes they say they'll reap it. Actually, we got John Wayne. Let's go to John Wayne down there and find out what's going on the coin toss. Talk to us, John Wayne.
Tigers called in. Tigers won the toss. They deferred to the second half.
All right. So the Tigers won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Well, that's great. That is a lot better than trying to figure it out with binoculars. Last week, we thought we knew what happened. We thought the Tigers won and deferred, and then they
8 is the other one.
8. Number 8, we'll see. Number 8's not on the online roster, so 2 captains not on their online roster, which I'm not in.
Number 1 is also a captain, but he is not dressed out for Stanhope.
And 1 is Deshaun Caffey. He is a free safety senior, but not dressed out. He is limping back to the sideline. So it'll be the Tiger defense that we see first, Doug, and they'll have an opportunity to make amends right off the bat. Hopefully they'll be able to play field position, because last week we were just Enterprise started on the plus side of midfield twice to start the game. They scored on a 22-yard drive and a 32-yard drive to begin the game, and so hopefully tonight the Tigers can pin them deep and play with good field position to start off with. The Tigers have made their way onto the field. Of course, you can see it if you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube. But the Tigers in the red pants, the white jerseys, the red numerals, red headgear. Of course, the new decals on the side of the Tigers helmets. I don't know if you can see them or not, if Charles has zoomed in on them, but they've got EHS across the top, similar to LSU. And then it's the tiger face or the tiger eye instead of tiger paw on the side of the helmet, and then a couple of stripes down the middle. But good-looking helmets for the Tigers, a good change this year. And, of course, across the way, Stanhope in the all-maroon uniforms, maroon pants, white trim, maroon jerseys, white numerals, and then looks like a gray headgear. So
almost ready to go. I'm guessing that the rain has stopped. I saw John Wayne took his jacket off down there on the sideline. 75 degrees and overcast in Millbrook, Alabama. Last time we'll come to this stadium, Keith. I understand they're building the Sportsplex right down the road, and all new facility. I guess they got done with Wetumpka's, and so the county moved on to Stanhope's. And full crew of officials tonight. I think it's 7 is full. It's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, there's 7.
So
yeah, that's hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully they'll call Holden from the right spot.
Well, this crew is probably out of the Montgomery Association and probably well versed on it. So I actually did talk to Ron Ingram this week, and we talked about that holding call, and it should have been marked off from the line of scrimmage early in that game. That kind of hurt the Tigers, but water under the bridge. I don't think it have made a lot of difference in that game.
2 region foes for the Tigers are playing their first game that counts tonight. Actually 3 games, because Charles Simpson's was a
last night.
Okay, it's pooched up, and it's going to be recovered by the Tigers. It was a pooch kick. Did he kick it straight up, or did he?
Why is there a flag?
He may have hit the ground first. I'm just not sure. We'd have to go back and look at that.
You got to give him an opportunity to catch it, but there was nobody within 5 yards of that. I don't think. Charles got the camera. It was.
Yeah. There was nobody. Actually,
they're calling interference is what he showed. I didn't see. Nobody had their hands up. Did you see the replay on that?
I did. I looked at it, and there was no
interference, huh?
Yeah.
You can, you can remember we caught some last year, and I don't know that you can advance it. I can't remember, but they're going to mark it off and make us kick it again. Let's see if it's interference. That could be a 10-yard penalty instead of delay or whatever. I don't know.
Well, they're kicking it from the Wingate's trying to put it down to the 40, but they're probably going to mark him back a little bit.
Well, the head official was still discussing with the other official. Now he's talking to the guy that was out of place. I don't think there was two guys within about 5 yards in front of it. But there was nobody behind him.
He pushed it up, and the guy did not call a fair catch. And I watched it. He was probably 3 or 4 yards away. But
we bragged on the officials too early. That should be Eufaula's ball.
Watch.
As he made a perfect pooch kick.
I mean, he was 5 yards away. 5 yards and no fair catch. I think that should have been Eufaula's ball. He did not make a move to catch the ball.
Tony Coleman played it just right. I don't see our coaches arguing about it, but there's still a lot of discussion going on.
So are they saying it should have hit the ground and then been recovered? I mean,
you got to give somebody an opportunity to catch it if they're standing there. If it's a free ball, it's just like an onside kick.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
John Wayne wants to comment.
All right, John Wayne's got us a comment.
They were hollering, get away. They thought it was going to bounce.
That's a live ball. They get away they want to. That should be Tigers' ball at about, 35-yard line.
Roughly the 35.
So a long delay here to start this one, and I think the official's probably fixing to mess up here. They're saying they're giving Stanhope the ball at the 35, 36-yard line, and they have not touched, downed, kneeled, anything to the ball yet.
Marking off a penalty?
Well, maybe he pointed this way because they're going to mark off a penalty.
15 yards.
He called interference when he first signaled. I would have a fit if I was Jarrell Jernigan. We should have fussed last week on the holding, and here we are giving up possession. My goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Well, folks, I tell you, you play out of the region this far from home, and you talked about it being right here at Montgomery. You would hope that you wouldn't get this kind of stuff. But
well, either way, it shouldn't have taken a 3-minute discussion to make a call there. But
I agree.
Midfield is where the Mustangs will start. Big break for the Mustangs. This should be Tigers' ball at the Mustangs 35, but we sure are giving away a lot of gifts here, and it ain't even close to Christmas yet. That's not a wishbone.
No wishbone. One single back in the backfield who's going to take it on a tall sweep going to the right. Good containment by the Tigers. They're going to stack him up at the line of scrimmage. He may get 3 yards. They're going to give him forward progress down to the 47-yard line, but the Tigers were in position that time to stop that.
Yeah, number 4 on the carry. He did a good job of falling forward and making something out of nothing.
Tigers came out in a 4-man defensive front, and they did a good job of containing as they tried to seal the end. The end strung it out, and then the pursuit came in and made the play. It was actually the contact made about a yard and a half down across the line of scrimmage, and then they fell forward for 3 yards. Now they're going to shift all the way over to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield now. Quarterback in shotgun formation. He'll play fake. No, he's going to hand it to his back on a buck sweep around the right end. He's going to take it inside the 45 down to the 44. That's going to be 3 more yards for Stanhope. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 possession situation for Stanhope. Just underway here in the first quarter, just rolling under 11 minutes to go in a scoreless game.
That was a good shift. Eufaula, I mean, they shifted 3 people over to the strong side. Eufaula didn't shift anybody over there, so that's a definite good way to get numbers. They're not very big in the center of the line. The center looks like he's only about 5'2", but he's wide.
So 3rd and 4 possession play. The quarterback's in shotgun formation. Some last-minute adjustments as he sends his slot man over to the right. So a slot to the right. They have a bunch set here tight to the left. 1 back in the backfield with the quarterback.
4, 3, 2.
Quarterback rolling to his right. He's going to throw a pass. It's going to be complete. Just an out route inside the 40 down around the 36-yard line. That'll go for 8-yard gain and a Mustang first down. They kind of that's almost like an old flood route. Quarterback roll to the right. and threw an accurate pass. Mustangs doing something you don't see a lot these days is huddle up. They've huddled so far every time on this drive.
Eufaula in a 4-man front, running a 4-3 defense.
Tall sweep from under center, coming to the left. Good penetration. Good. Jave Williams bringing the running back down in the backfield for a loss. McQueen, the running back, with the loss of, 4 yards on that play. A loss of 4. Oh.
Big play here. Everything was run on the right hash mark right in front of the Stanhope bench to start with. Now it's on the left hash mark. The first 3 plays was run to the right. That was the first one to the left for the Mustangs.
It's good job. Good penetration from Jave Williams from his linebacker position. Bryant, the quarterback, hands it off to McQueen. McQueen's going to be brought down on a solo stop. Nice play by number 14, Shamarion Smith, the junior linebacker. A solo tackle after a gain of 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12 for the Mustangs.
The thing that's jumped out at me on these first couple of plays is the Tigers are not missing tackles like they did last week. So already an improvement at that point.
So far, so good. So a little bit different situation on 3rd down, 3rd and 12. They bring 4 wide receivers, empty backfield, except for the quarterback, who's in shotgun formation. Bryant calls us for the snap. He's going to throw a quick wide receiver screen. There's a lot of pursuit from the inside. They bring him down after a 2-yard gain. So 2 yards on the pass play. It's going to be 4th down and 10. And the Tiger defense has done their job. They gave up 1 first down. Now it's a 4th and 10. They're going to go for it, apparently.
That was a good job by Parker Simmons closing. He was on the rush, and then he closed down hard. They're going to keep our regular defense out on the field. Only going to make 1, 2 substitutions, 3 maybe, as Mustangs will bring in their punt team now all the way across the field.
Zakai Steele, who had the kickoff return for touchdown last week, he's going to drop back to return this punt.
Well, let's hope so. We haven't fielded a punt in about a year, so.
I don't think he dropped back for a punt return last week. We had someone else back there.
They hit the ground last week. Yeah. We didn't field any. So
that's right. Okay, running to his right, kind of kicking ankle kick. He's going to hit it at the 16 or 17-yard line. Take a slight Stanhope Elmore roll and be dead about the 12-yard line. Tigers started with poor field position all of last week. They'll start at the 12 tonight. But the important thing is they forced the Mustangs into the punt after 6 plays. The Tigers have the football.
They do got us backed up in our red zone, but it was only a 20-some-odd yard punt there, so could have been a lot worse for the Tigers. They'll take over at the, I'm going to say 12-yard line, looking at it there.
Tigers quickly out. Anderson in shotgun. He'll take it. He will deal it.
They're fighting over the ball.
They were fighting over the football, and it was actually a good spot for us as they're going to spot it for a 3-yard loss back to the 9. It looked like it would be even more than that as they tackled him down just outside the 5. But Tigers going backwards on first down. It was like a zone read, and neither one of them would let go of the football. Shotgun once again. Anderson takes it. He'll hand it off this time to Red Harris. Harris fights across the 10 out to around the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of 3 yards on that play. So we lost 3. We gained 3. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Interesting play call here, Doug, is be interesting to see if we put the ball in the air, if we just decide to run it, try to catch them off guard with a running play, and be content to potentially punt if we don't pick it up. Now we're going to throw it. Anderson's going to throw it down the field. It's going to be Antron Mitchell, but he overthrows everyone. It was double coverage on Mitchell down this near hash mark, and it falls incomplete with 6:57 to go on the clock. Tigers keep it for 59 seconds on that possession, and they're going to go 3 and out, but did not turn the ball over.
There was other receivers out, but he threw into double coverage that time. As he broke to the center of the field a little bit, I think Anderson thought he was going to stay down the sideline, and actually Stanhope was the closest. One of the cornerbacks was the closest person to it. 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Each team's had one possession. Eufaula lines up to punt now. They're shifting one guy over to the right, the wide side of the field. And Anderson stands at his goal line, and there's a whistle.
Offsides.
Offsides on. It's on Stanhope?
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, they're saying us.
Well, the penalty shouldn't make a big difference either way. If it was on them, it still would give us a first down. If it's on us, it cost us 5 yards back. It looked like he was going to try the kind of the quick kick style end over end to let it roll.
They're coming after this one. They're loaded up on the right side, and we take a blocker away from that side.
It's Antron Mitchell. Anderson takes it about 6 yards deep in the end zone. He kicks it away from the return man this time. It comes down the near hash mark, but it hits. It hits like Doug's pitching wedge and just stops right there at the 42-yard line.
Whew, you ain't seen my pitching wedge lately. It skulls right across 431 on.
You know, we noticed that last year on those punts. You remember how they would just stop. They wouldn't roll. Now, part of it, we could say it's a wet field tonight. They're actually going to mark it at the 43-yard line. But
so 7 yards difference of where they started last time. Part of that was the 5-yard penalty right there before he punted. So almost tit for tat there with the 2 yards difference in the possessions. But they start in Tiger territory at the Tigers' 43-yard line.
Shifting once again, the same thing we saw in their second play from scrimmage. They shift the players over to the right. Last time they ran a similar play. They handed off to, I think it was McClendon in the backfield, and he takes it forward for 3 yards. McQueen to the 40-yard line. 3-yard gain. Second down 7. As the clock rolls, 6:30 and counting here in the first quarter. Scoreless game. Each team has had it once. This is the second possession for Stanhope. They've had the benefit of field position so far. So they started the first possession at midfield following a very questionable penalty call on Eufaula. And now at the 43. There's a shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to pull it down to run. Bryant's going to throw it late. Has a man there, and wisely, number, I don't know, is that number 6 for Eufaula? I think it was Comer. He pulled up, and when he saw the pass was overthrown and did not make contact with the receiver.
Actually, a holding call. Flags out there at the 40-yard line, so we won't know if they know that rule or not because that actually is the line of scrimmage. So, I heard some boos coming from their side. I didn't see the flag until after the boos, and I looked and saw. And about that time, he was signaling against the Mustangs.
But they only marked 5 yards off. That's only a 5-yard penalty.
I don't remember how many, if they changed the amount of yards.
What was it?
Holding.
Okay.
Oh.
It was an illegal
player downfield.
Okay.
If the hand behind the back, he's not going to do it again. So if that's the call.
So is that a dead ball? I mean, is that they lost the down as well?
Should on that play. And it does say third down on the sideline.
Okay. So third down and now 12 yards to go from the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation for Bryant, the quarterback, as he's looking to take the snap, and he will roll to his left. He's going to throw it late. Has a man. It was almost caught by one of the coaches on the Eufaula sideline, but it was incomplete, and no flags on the field this time, and it'll be a 3 and out for Stanhope. Back-to-back incompletions.
Good job there by Pugh, the senior for the Tigers. He actually had 2 men on him, and he was keeping contain on the quarterback right in front of the Eufaula bench on this side. He pushed both of those blockers back right into him. With a heat timeout, let's take a timeout too. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
We're back at Foshee Henderson Stadium in Millbrook, Alabama, where the Tigers and the Mustangs are scoreless. We're in the Brown Heating Air broadcast booth here from the visiting side press box. Zakai Steele stands back at his 15-yard line waiting for this punt. There's a snap. Going to be a rugby-style kick again. Angle to the sidelines. They'll hit the 20. This time it takes a decent Stanhope bounce to begin with. Then it dies about the 13-yard line. The Tigers are going to take over just about a yard ahead of where they did last time. With 5:52 on the clock here in the first quarter, we have a scoreless game. So far, so good, Doug. We haven't picked up the first down, but the Tiger defense looks good so far.
Yeah, overcome a couple of penalties, and this game could have started totally different if we'd have got that kickoff we should have got. But Tigers in business here, 1st and 10.
Anderson takes it. They hand it off to Red Harris around the left end with a little bit of running room this time. Harris is across the 15 up near the 18-yard line. Going to give him about 5 yards on that gain, it appears. But a good gain on first down. The Tigers ahead of the sticks here with a 2nd down and 5.
There's one thing about the officials up here. They, I think instead of water, they use WD-40 in their clocks. He was well out of bounds, but they said keep it rolling. This game will be over quick tonight.
Shotgun once again for Anderson. He has Harris flanked to his left. 4 receivers in the game. He'll hand it to Harris on a draw play up the middle, but there's penetration. The first man through was able to get a hand on Harris and slow him down, ultimately make the tackle. Saw that young man before the game. It looks like, well, it's actually 9, but had a couple of good-looking linebacker defensive end types down there warming up, did Stanhope, and I believe that was one of them. But he got penetration, able to bring Harris down. 3rd down now, and right at 6 yards to go. Anderson looking to throw for the 2nd time tonight. He throws, he has a man there. Mitchell kind of worked his way back toward the ball after it was in the air, and it went just over his head. Mitchell was open, Antron Mitchell, but he would have had the 1st down.
They'll work with him on that route because he actually kind of worked his way right towards the back pocket of the defender. If he had a lot of room behind him, if he would have just curled and stayed or worked his way back, that would have been great for the Tigers and been a big 1st down. Anderson back deep to punt. There's the shift over. They're staying loaded up when we shift somebody over. Anderson stands back at his 4. He gets a snap, gets it away.
It's going to be a kick coming down. It'll be fielded this time at the 49-yard line of Stanhope. He's trying to split the defense. He does, but they grabbed him and brought him down to the 41-yard line. So they're gradually getting better field position. That was a good punt that time out of Anderson as it went across midfield, but it was a 10-yard return to the 41-yard line of Eufaula. So they had the 50-yard line, the 43, now the 41-yard line with 4:35 to go in the first quarter in a scoreless game.
Makes a difference when you can fill those punts and change field position a little bit. Now, 3rd possession, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They're ready to go.
Shotgun formation for Bryant once again from the 41. He'll take it. He'll hand it off to his back, a new back this time. He slips through, breaks 2 tackles inside the 40 down to the 37. Give him 4 yards on that play. But 21 that time on the carry for Stanhope. We'll check the roster for a name.
2 missed tackles as he was going up through the line. He checks out of the game now. Tigers could have had him at the line of scrimmage, but just didn't wrap up real well. McQueen's back in at tailback.
He is listed as a freshman running back. Bryant takes a snap. He'll hand it. No, he keeps it on a quarterback keeper this time. That's not going anywhere. Tigers able to bring him down the line of scrimmage for no gain.
7 and 9 for the Tigers run on the tackle. That's Moss and Lamons.
Yeah. I guess that's Kevion Lemons. Yeah,
They gave him a good – I think they gave him a line of scrimmage forward progress.
They did. They gave him a line of scrimmage. So it's still going to be 3rd down and 6. This is the 3rd possession for Stanhope, and all 3 possessions have started in excellent field position from midfield, from the 43 of Eufaula, from the 41 of Eufaula. Here it is, 3rd down from the 37 of Eufaula. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback, Bryant. He'll take the snap. He's going to play fake. No, he hands it off to his back, looking to sweep the outside. Tigers are there. Good job filling up out of the secondary. We'll check the number. It was Tony Coleman coming up hard out of the secondary to bring him down after a 2-yard gain. So he'll be about 4 yards short of his 1st down after the 2-yard gain. It'll be 4th down. They punted from the 36-yard line. This time it's 4th and 4 from the 35. They're going to play field position once again. It appears they're going to drop the punter back.
I tell you, he takes a lot of running room over there to the right before he kicks it a lot of times. Let's see if the Tigers bulk up that side and at least put some pressure on him and don't let him run so much towards the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they moved. They were going to fake it. But the man who was supposed to get the ball jumped early, and that's going to cost them 5 yards. That was a fortuitous penalty.
Yep. They actually came up to the line that time and shifted into punt formation, which was a little different. And thank goodness, as that Mike would have went for the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and a good 9 now as they line up to punt again from the 40-yard line.
There's a snap. He gets it away right at midfield. It's a spiral that will turn over, and hopefully, no, it checks. It does not make it in the end zone. It dives right at the 2-yard line. My goodness. So a 38-yard punt down at the 2-yard line.
Actually, our return guy did the right thing. That ball hit it probably, the 6 or 7 yard line, somewhere right in there. And it looked like maybe even closer than that. Looked like it was going to go into the end zone. It just didn't quite have enough mustard to get in there.
Tigers huddling up, a little sugar huddle this time.
2 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. No score here. Well, when we get a break here at the quarters, we'll try to get the score put up on the screen for you.
Tigers in the tight G-line set from the 2-yard line as they go into center. Anderson's going to toss it this time, and good push by the offensive line and good running that time by the running back. We'll check and see that number on the running back. I don't think it was Harris that time. Did you see who was carrying the football?
7,
I think it was. I think it was Jaquavius Moss, and he picked up 4 yards getting it off the goal line. The Tigers have a little more room now. They can run the conventional offense if they so desire, but that was a good game. Good push.
I tell you, but my heart skipped a beat tossing that thing back there in the end zone like that.
2 receivers split right, 1 wide to the wide side left, a back Harris in the backfield with Anderson.
Wow, they jumped in the neutral zone as we faked the snap count. 98 was all the way in the neutral zone, but they allow him to get back.
Harris on the carry, and he squirts through a small hole and takes it ahead for 4 more yards up to the 10-yard line, actually just across the 10-yard line. It should be 3rd down and less than 2 yards to go from there. We'll give him 4, but it's a short 2 on 3rd down.
Yeah, this started at the 2-yard line.
Moss
Anderson comes all the way out to the 23-yard line, gets the play from coach, and runs it all the way back. 1 and 1 second left as the clock is rolling in the first quarter play. Now the wind picks up pretty strong, too. The flag standing out over in the distance.
Tigers in that tight set with Moss, a single back behind the quarterback Anderson now again. He will take it. He will hand it this time on the reverse to Harris. Harris in the open field. He's going to cut back. It was one man that kind of got contained, but it will be a Tiger first down across the 20 to the 21-yard line, maybe the 22, getting 12 yards on that carry in the initial first down of the night for Eufaula coming off the goal line. But the Tigers will run one more play and take us to the quarter, and barring an incomplete pass. But that was a very good play. It was a reverse. They came out with the same action like they were going to run that power play, but handed it off on a counter back across to the left side and caught the Mustangs napping on that play. Harris sweeping the right side, lowers his head, crosses the 25 to the 26-yard line. Count that off at 4 more yards. But so far, Doug, we've seen 4 consecutive runs on this possession, 4, 4, 12, and 4. So 24 yards on 4 carries. That's averaging 6 yards a carry on this possession.
They're going to let it run to the end of the quarter. We'll take a timeout, be back after this commercial break.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Things are scoreless here at the end of the first quarter. We're going to take it to the sideline reporter, John Wayne Robinson, to take an update.
Yes, sir. Tigers grinding it out. Lined up, ran 4 running plays in a row. I think you'll see them go back to that because it was working. But I think we can play with this Stanhope team from what I've seen so far.
John Wayne, did anybody say anything about that opening kickoff or any discussion?
I keep trying to catch an official by himself during the timeout where I can politely ask. I don't want to get a flag for walking out there asking him, but first opportunity I get, I'm going to just ask him because I heard the guys hollering, get away, get away. and nobody was around. I'm like you. I think it was a live ball.
All right, good deal.
The Tigers on the 1st and 10 across the 20-yard line, the 22. It's actually the best field position of the night so far for the Tigers. They've been bottled up. We played the entire game on the Tigers half of the field.
That almost looked like he made contact that time, but they let him get back.
5-man front for Stanhope. They're going to hand it off. Tigers looking to sweep the outside. Not going to get there. They're going to lose yardage back. Not as bad as it initially looked. They're going to spot it at 19. That's going to be a loss of 3 on that play.
24 carrying the ball for the Tigers that time. I'm going to tell you, Keith, I thought it was a loss a lot more than that.
It did look like it.
Tigers are fortunate there.
I tell you what, you never would have thought it, Doug, but the Tigers ran 10 plays in the first quarter for 29 yards. Stanhope, 12 plays for 23. The Tigers actually have 6 more yards of offense than does Stanhope at the end of the first quarter. Anderson looking to throw. He's going to throw a complete. No, he dropped it. It would have been for a 1-yard gain had it been complete. That was intended for Quinn, a senior wide receiver for the Tigers. But it's incomplete. It's going to be 4th down 14. I missed a play. Okay, we got 4 yards on first down.
So he lost more on that first one a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah. So the Tigers' possession will stall at their 19-yard line after the 3-yard loss. These teams are within 2 yards of each other in total offense to this point after 3 possessions each. Low snap. Anderson gets it blocked. It goes back into the end zone. Hopefully he knocks it out. He does. It's going to be a safety.
Well, it was a low snap, and really it was disaster. We avoided.
It looked like he put his knee down almost.
Yeah, but I'm hoping they don't catch that because that would be 1st and 10 from about the 5-yard line. So 2 points is probably the lesser evil there, and the Tigers will get to come out to the 20 and kick, punt, whatever they need to do. Just a couple of little sloppy plays there to start the second quarter, and it cost us.
Well, hopefully, and I say that hopefully, barring a penalty, Tigers should get better field position than they've had.
Well, we were fixing to get real good field position because he came all the way out to the 40 and was fixing to let us kick from there, and the head official came up to him and told him to go back to the 20. So.
I don't know what I was thinking. That's a safety. We're kicking to them.
Yeah, we're kicking to them. Sir.
Oh, Lord. The defense is going to go back out there. Hopefully they'll
I don't know. I tell you what, I like that pooch kick again that we recovered a while ago because look at the room out here now because they're lined up deep. But if the officials don't know it's a live ball, it ain't going to do us any good. It could basically, of course, you don't want to do an onside kick this deep in your own territory, but they've got one guy to the left of our kicker. We have, counting the kicker, 7. They're going to bring another one over now. They saw it, so. Actually, they're supposed to have 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Their middle guy is 7 yards back. That should be a penalty.
There's a big open spot, though, over there near where he kicked it the first time. Goodness. The kick's going to go back toward the middle. Going to take it back in Tiger territory. They're going to get it at the 47-yard line. Just uncanny the field position, Doug, so far. We saw it last week, and we're seeing it tonight. Just they called a penalty that really we'll have to get clarification on it. It didn't seem like it should have been a penalty for 2 men late. Tigers pushed the opening kickoff and recovered it in the air, caught it in the air down around the 35-yard line of Stanhope. They didn't have a player within 5 yards.
Getting away from
it. They were getting away from it. Didn't even have anybody within 5 yards. They called interference, catch interference on Eufaula, marked it off 15 yards from the 35 and gave them the ball at midfield. And from there, they've had the field position so far. Handoff, sweeping the right side. Tigers string it out. They're going to tackle him after about a 3-yard gain down to the 34-yard line.
They ran it back to the backside. We're really not, Keith, they're doing some adjusting. And our ends, our linebackers are moving out a little bit, but our ends aren't moving at all, making it easy to seal the outside.
2nd down 7 from the Tiger 44-yard line. 10:30 to go here in the first half. 2-0 is the score. They shift the back over to the right side of the quarterback, and he'll take it on a sweep to the left. Tigers had a man there, been able to bring him down the backfield. They're going to tackle him now at the 40-yard line. He's going to be about 3 yards short of his first down. As he
had a chance to get him in the backfield, but just couldn't wrap up.
well, they marked him at 41, so that's going to be only about yeah.
Tell you what, we got an explanation from John Wayne, but as soon as we get a break here in just a second, we'll go down to him and find out what they told him.
So 3rd down and 4 from the 41. They're going to hand it off straight up the middle. The Tigers were there. It's going to be a wrestling match. They're going to spun him forward as they tackled him right at the sticks. It may be a first down. It may be just short, but we were there, and he was able to fall forward into near the first down marker. We'll see what they say.
Oh, he's not even measuring this. He just said first down. So I'm not so sure.
I'm not either. They gave him 4 yards and a first down.
My goodness. Jarrell's questioning it, but they just shook their head. They ran a play in a hurry because of that. Their coach came out and called a timeout. Jarrell was fussing about them not measuring, and the official said something too. The official was not even looking at the play when it was snapped. I'll tell you what, while we got a chance, let's go down and get the explanation from John Wayne Robinson on what happened earlier.
Yes, sir. I had opportunity to speak to the official on this side, and I asked him. They were all hollering, "Get back, get back!" And we got all interference called, and he said, "Well, they said that he waved his hand for a fair catch, and they didn't give him the opportunity to catch it." And then he kind of looked at me and smiled like it wasn't my call. So even this official thinks it was a bogus call.
Well, unfortunately, it was the one with the white hat that, after much discussion, made the judgment call, and that hurt the Tigers right off the bat. But they need to rebound here. Had a chance to stop them there. We saw Jarrell questioning it there. Stanhope took the timeout, so take them one off the board, which they did. They ran a play in a hurry. I don't know why he would have called a timeout there. Of course, it's too late to go back and check it now. The chains had already moved.
That's right.
But that was a big play. He just fought forward.
But with John Wayne's explanation right there, that completely changed the complexion of this game. If Eufaula starts the game at the 35-yard line, they get a sudden change possession.
That's 40 yards more field position than we've had up to this point in a quarter and a half.
Right.
It would have been right off the bat.
Right. It would have flipped the field position right from the get-go because, as we said, now the Stanhope's got this is their 4th possession. Through 3 possessions, you follow with 3 more yards of offense through 3 possessions in Stanhope. So it's been a very even game to this point, except for the safety. It's 2-0 in favor of Stanhope on the block punt that went out of the back of the end zone. Stanhope has 10 yards exactly on this possession so far. So now Stanhope is 7 yards ahead of the Tigers in total offense. So it's been a very evenly played game so far with 9:12 to go here in the second quarter play. Stanhope with the ball in Tiger territory at the 37-yard line. As they break the huddle, see if the timeout was for any particular reason to make any kind of adjustment or not. We'll see what they do. They actually have the wide side of the field to the left. They have a bunch set to the left, one back in the backfield. They're under center this time. Look for the tall sweep. Now they're going to hand it off straight up the middle.
Yes, tackles. Come
and
on.
We're missing tackles. We were tackling very sure early in the game, though. We saw several one-on-one solo tackles early on, but as you say, but even so, that's only going to be a gain of about 1.5 yards. They're going to call it a yard on the scoreboard. So second down and 9 from just outside the 35-yard line.
Tigers are hitting them in the backfield, but we've only had one negative play on them all night, I think.
Shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to a sweep to the left. He has some running room this time. He turns a corner down the sidelines. He, fortunately for the Tigers, could not maintain his balance and bounds, but it's going to be a first down for Stanhope down to the 23-yard line. That's going to be an 18-yard gain by far.
We got a player hurt. I'm not so sure that it cracked back on him. They're lining up outside. We're just not shifting defensively where we need to be. We're giving them the outside. So
outflanking the Tigers.
They marked it down to the 24 yard. Is that 23-yard line? 24. So the lines on these fields are not real bright. Either way, Keith, that was
It was about 17 or 18 yards.
17. Let's say 17. As he only had 16 yards on 8 carries up to that, but now he has 34 after that. So we'll take
go ahead.
We'll take a quick timeout while we actually as soon as he just said that he popped up. So we'll keep it right here as he's coming off field on his own power. That's actually our defensive end. Like I said,
he actually almost got clipped by Jaquavius Moss. He came running up behind him and kind of hit the backside of his leg, and he went down awkwardly as pursuit from the inside. But like you said, that we're getting sealed and not shifting to the outside. They got the edge way too easy that time. So back-to-back first downs for Stanhope. This has been their most impressive drive to this point. They have 29 yards so far on 5 running plays on this possession. Unbalanced line to the short side left, which is the home side. See what they do. Flag's going to come down. Hopefully it's going to be movement. No, they're going to say offsides on the defense.
On us. They could jump in the neutral zone twice up to this point, almost make contact with us. That was
it would have to be. It had to have lined up offsides. Had to be. We'll just have to if it was indeed a penalty.
Nobody moved, so I don't know if it was inside or outside. We did have a corner over there, but generally your corners offensively and defensively nowadays will check with the official. But it'll make it 1st and 5 just outside the 18-yard line.
Bryant takes a shotgun snap. He'll hand it off. No, he keeps it. The quarterback keeps it, and he goes forward maybe a gain of a yard.
Second and 4 now for the Mustangs. Ball looks like it's about the 17-yard line from where they got the down marker. 8 minutes and 3 seconds, clock rolling. 2-0 if you just joined us. Stanhope took the lead on a safety.
Yeah, I went back and looked at the replay. Nobody moved for Eufaula. I had to line up offsides if it was
ball
on the ground. It's forward. The Tigers had a chance at it because it went forward through the leg, the back, and front.
We have it.
Eufaula has the ball. This will be the best starting field position of the night. The first turnover of the night goes in favor of the Tigers. If you don't count the block punt, the Tigers are going to have it. They're going to mark it. My goodness. He was standing at the 21. They're going to mark. I guess that's right. They're marking it at 17. It's still the best starting field position of the night for Eufaula, but it looked like it was a little further up the field.
I'm just glad to have it back.
No doubt. No points on the board for Stanhope, and the Tigers have the ball back. Fourth possession of the night for Eufaula. Trip receivers. Eufaula looking to throw on first down. They throw it to Antron Mitchell with their completion up to the 25-yard line, 26-yard line. Right at 9 yards on first down on the completion. A nice throw from Anderson.
Good play call at the right time. They had jumped into a 5-man line.
Handoff this time, Red Harris. Running room for Harris up the middle. He makes a man miss. Crosses the 40. He'll take it across the 35, across the 45, all the way up to the 47-yard line.
I think it's about 22 there, isn't it?
I think so.
Good to have him back this week.
So 22 yards, the best play of the night for the Tigers, and a first down, the second of the night for Eufaula. Trip receivers to the left side once again. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. They'll hand it off to Harris. Harris breaks back across to the left. The Tigers have got something going on offense. They cross midfield into Mustang territory down to the 44-yard line.
About 8 or so on that carry. Harris now with 8 carries for 51 yards up to this point. 6:39 to go in the second quarter of play.
Handoff. The quarterback, Keith Anderson, pulls it out. He'll have another Tiger first down as he spins inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line.
8.
Yeah, 8 more yards. The Tigers getting it in big chunks here on this possession. It began back at their 17-yard line following the Stanhope Elmore fumble. Back-to-back first downs for Eufaula. They've got something working offensively. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, 6:15 to go in the first half. Motion, Slaughter.
Oh,
Anderson made a good play that time. He kind of took one for the team. He's going to lose about a yard on that play, but they had that play dead to right. Slaughter came in motion from the left to the right, and there was a man standing there to take him, and Anderson wisely pulled it out and kept it. And penetration was able to bring him down for really about a half a yard loss.
that'll take us to a heat timeout.
So with the heat timeout, we'll step aside for a moment and be back after this commercial break.
In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 3.
Back.
Anderson takes the shotgun snap. He'll deal it off to Red Harris, who's going to hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. He's actually going to lose about another yard on that play. So the Tigers had moved quickly out from their 17-yard line after getting the fumble from Stanhope, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 11. That play really didn't lose yard. He got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark it no gain, but it's going to be 3rd and 11. Tigers did have a 9-yard completion early on this possession that started things off, and a 22-yard run from Harris. Anderson takes. Going to be pressured. He's going to step up. He's going to throw a pass. It's there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he caught it. He caught it on the deflection. Was Antron Mitchell inside the 10. He's fighting. It'll be down to the 1-yard line. Great play for the Tigers. 36 yards.
What a catch.
Big play for the Tigers that time as I took my eyes off of it. It bounced. He let the ball get into his body, and it bounced off his body, but he caught it on the rebound and almost got into the end zone, fought hard, and got down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Tigers from the 1-yard line.
Good job by Anderson stepping up and buying time for him to come open across the middle.
No doubt. That was an excellent play by Anderson. Goal line set. They're going to toss it to Moss. Moss is hit. He gets into the touchdown, into the end zone for the touchdown, though. And for the first time this year, the Tigers lead. They lead 6-2 with 4:43 to go in the second quarter play.
That toss still makes me nervous there, Keith. I tell you what, while we're lining up for the Wingate extra point CPA attempt, let's go down to John Wayne and find out a little bit about that touchdown there by Moss.
Yes, sir. Just like you saw, Doug, Anderson did a great job of stepping up. There was a rush coming. He stepped right up in the pocket and threw it. The receiver did a great job of keeping his focus. He bobbled it a little, but he got it, and then he touched the goal line. Great job by the Tigers.
All right, Tigers go for 2 on the swinging gate, never shift over, and it's going to be incomplete, so that's going to make it a 6-2 lead for the Tigers.
There was a lot of hand fighting down there. They pushed the receiver down. He tried to catch it. He was just falling to the ground. But 6-2, the Tigers lead nevertheless.
Well, Keith, I'm going to tell you this has been an exciting game so far. We got a quarter and a half. We got a 6-2 game. I can speak for years past. Now, I wasn't here for the last one when you and Charles called it, and it went down to the wire. I was vacating that week, but we don't want it to come down to the last possession with Stanhope. It's always, you think back, whether it was back at Senior Stadium, there has been some just crazy finishes in this series.
We've scored the last touchdown. We've had a goal line stand to stop them. We've blocked an extra point to win. And then they've caught that long touchdown pass to beat us. So after we scored what we thought was a game-winning touchdown late.
Well, so far the defense has been tackling so much better this week, and really the defense hasn't given up any points yet. The points came on the safety, of course. Wingate out to kick the kickoff for the Tigers. We're on the visiting side viewing, so he's kicking from right to left from the visitor side.
Kicks in the air, coming down the near hash mark. It's going to be fielded at the 26-yard line, straight up the sideline. He goes across the 30, across the 35, up to about the 37-yard line, where Stanhope will take over for their 5th possession of the night. Stanhope still looking like, as Doug said, for their first offensive points. Tigers lead 6-2. It was a 83-yard drive that took 8 plays and 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Two big plays on that drive: a 22-yard Red Harris run and a 36-yard pass play from Browning Anderson to Antron Mitchell. And
tell you, I want to compliment the crowd tonight. With all the rain and everything we drove through coming up here, we've got just about as many fans as they do tonight. So hats off to the Tigers for showing up for this one.
Worst starting field position of the night for Stanhope from their 37-yard line. Tigers dig in with a 4-man defensive front. They'll hand off to the running back once again. He makes it past the line of scrimmage and gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. He gets about 5 yards on first down. That's their best first down play in quite some time for Stanhope. Second down 5, or a long 5 from the 42. The first down would come just across the 47. He's just shy of the 42.
We talked about Le Mans, or
I don't know how you pronounce it.
However, it's going to be Le Mans tonight. Coming out earlier, he's back out in. He was playing right in on last play. He shifts over to the left side, the strong side here on this play.
Bryant takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. He throws a dart. Eufaula was there to make the play, but good catch by the receiver as he caught it, went forward to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9 yards. I'm sorry, that's going to be a gain of 7-yard gain and a first down for Stanhope.
Tigers was in the right spot, but he just kind of lowered his shoulder, tried to knock the ball loose instead of making the tackle. 3:50 to go in the second quarter of play.
So a first down for Stanhope at the 49-yard line. Bryant takes a snap, looking to throw deep this time. He throws it, has a man there. He bobbles it just like we did, but he was able to come up with it as well and takes it inside the 15 to the 13, maybe the 12-yard line.
So from the 49, that's
39 yard. Well, maybe from 49.
31, 38, 39.
39.
You're the man.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mine don't work that fast.
I tell you what, Bryant has a lively arm. The last 2 throws, he has really snapped off.
We're getting pressure, but they're doing a good job of forming him a pocket, and he's staying in it.
1st and 10. They're looking to throw again. He whips it out, and his Tigers were there to make the play. It was incomplete that time. Number 15 for Eufaula, Tywan Turner, a defensive back, a sophomore, came up to apply the pressure to cause the incompletion. 2nd and 10 now from the 12-yard line of Eufaula.
It was about this point on the field earlier, maybe a little further out that they turned the ball over. Maybe they can do that again for us. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass. A long huddle this time. They'll break the huddle with less than 10 seconds on the play clock.
We talked about this senior quarterback, Jacob Bryant. He's 6'3", 195, but a very good arm we've seen on this possession. He takes it. He's going to hand it to his back this time, trying to sweep, and we miss the tackle on the outside, but the pursuit from the inside gets him and takes him out of bounds.
I can't believe number 11 was not called for holding on that corner. It sure looked like it.
He engaged with Jave Williams. He did let him go. On the outside, it's just so hard to tell. He did not pull. He let him go when he got outside. But he got down to what, the 8-yard line?
They marked it as a 4-yard gain on the sticks. First play was incomplete, and it's third and 6
Third
now.
and 6. 3rd and 6 from the Tiger 8-yard line. 2:34, the clock rolling here in the first quarter. Eufaula leads 6-2. Hand off to the back. He's looking to sweep the left side. He's going to score a touchdown. Backside was not there for Eufaula. It's going to be an 8-yard touchdown run for Stanhope, and they'll go ahead 8-6. It's 8-6 right now, waiting for the point after touchdown try. They're in the swinging game as well, and we'll see what they decide to do. They're going to shift over and kick it because an extra point puts them ahead by a field goal, 9-6. There's a snap. It's going to be spotted by Bryant. The kick's up, and it's easily long enough that it's straight. They say it is, so it's 9-6 now in favor of the Mustangs. So that's only a 5-play drive for the Mustangs. It covered 63 yards. Doug, that was easily the best. The last two possessions for both teams was their best offensive output of the night. And most of the damage done for the Mustangs was through the air on that possession.
Yeah, Tigers playing up in classification again. Of course, we've been asked. The Mustangs are 6A, not 7A. They're still a little larger than the Tigers at 5A. But a good first half, 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the first half, and it's 9-6. The Mustangs take back the lead. So 3 lead changes so far tonight.
So we'll see the Tigers. This will be the Tigers' first kickoff return of the night. So Tigers, the last time we saw this kickoff return team, Tigers took it back 86 yards for a touchdown. So the Tigers look to get good field position with 2:22 to go here in the first half. They do trail by 3, 9-6.
Keith, I don't know what they're going to do here, but he put that ball down, and the seams are pointed straight to the 45-yard line and his sideline. That is a weird positioning of the ball to be kicking it deep. I guess, kickers do their own thing, but we'll see.
He's going to run into it. He gets a big foot into it. It's going to come down at the 12-yard line. It's going to be, I believe that was a slaughter that time with the kickoff return, and did not quite get to the wall that was here on the Eufaula bench side.
Guess where we returned it and where they knew it was coming to. Goodness gracious.
23 from the 23-yard line in the second quarter, 2:16 to go. We need to make a note of that and ask that question next week.
Why in a year and 2 games we've not returned it to the opposite side of the field? Good question.
From the 23-yard line, Anderson's going to throw a fade route. It's going to be intended for Tron Mitchell. He catches it, but they said he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds? My goodness, that looked good. I don't know. It's hard to tell from here. But Anderson's having to get rid of it quick. He's having to go to his first receiver. They're just we're getting some hands on the rushers, but we're not slowing them down a whole lot.
That play only takes 6 seconds. 2:10 to go in the first half. The Tigers have it at the 23.
Yeah, with a 40-second clock, reset clock. Probably need to run 1 or 2 here and get some time off that clock. They're blitzing.
Anderson pulls it down. He has a lot of running room. He's up the middle. He makes a good 2 good moves. He's across 45 and 3 good moves across midfield. Anderson across midfield.
They shove him.
They shove him out of bounds. No flag. No flag.
Wow.
But a great run by Anderson.
I don't know how many yards. They done moved the chains.
He was from the 23-yard line. I couldn't see it on the video. I looked.
Our fans are upset. We don't have the crowd mic because we're in an open tonight, but they did not like that shove all the way to the sideline over there.
I believe it's a 42-yard run, Doug.
All right.
But a great run by Anderson. He showed good speed and 3 good moves to break tackles. Handoff of the middle. It's going to be Red Harris. He'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Call it 5 more yards for the Tiger rushing attack.
I tell you, they're doing a good job of staying in the lanes because Stanhope's got folks in our backfield, but we're just luckily they're not running straight into the receivers. We're able to find a seam. 1 minute and 39 clock rolling. They blitzed and we ran right into it.
They handed off to Harris again, and we ran right into it, as Doug said.
They got called for a penalty on that last week. Remember they called a penalty on us?
Yeah, they bulldogged him all the way back to the 40-yard line. They snapped it from the 30. Tigers going to call a timeout with 1:19 to 1:18. They still had to stop the clock. Finally, 1:17. They stopped the clock. The Tigers lose 2 yards on that play.
And Jarrell's out there immediately addressing the official about it. Keith, the good thing about that, they took it all the way back up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 7. I don't think we got close to the line of scrimmage, but that's where they marked the ball. They're calling the head official over because Jarrell wants to have a talk with him about it. That's 2 potentially bad calls, no calls. It looked
for the world like they hit Anderson late out of bounds on the long run. And then right here, they drove him back at least 8 yards after they were blowing the whistle and bulldogged him to the ground. So,
all right, we can go to John Wayne. Get a shot of Jarrell and the official if you don't mind. We're going to go to John Wayne to see what he knows about that one.
That was definitely out of bounds when they shoved him all the way to the fence without a flag, and I think Coach is upset about it. And then he get this call here, and he's letting him have it pretty good.
Well, it seems like they didn't stop the clock. Is he trying to get some time put back on the clock?
They put
well,
5
it's back
seconds.
to 122. It was 117. It's back to 122.
All right, we appreciate that. Our sideline reporter, John Wayne Robinson. Right on top of things down there, Jarrell gets his 2 cents worth with the head official, and it'll be 3rd and 7 with 1:22 to go. Tigers trail 6-9, and they're looking to try to make something happen right here before halftime.
With the time on the clock, you figure, depending on what this play is, it could be 4 down territory, but the Tigers may pick up the first down here on this play. Rolling to his left is going to be Anderson. He throws it on the run. He has a man there going to the ground. Nice catch. It looks like it's Sakai Steele down at the 21-yard line. They pick up 11 yards when they needed 7, and the Tigers maintain possession of the football.
1:16 on the clock. Tigers quickly up as the clock's already started again.
Anderson takes it. Hands it to Harris, who breaks tackles in the backfield. Good job by Harris. He takes it down to the 19. Only 2 yards on the run, but it was a good job maintaining his possession and not having a negative play. Tigers have plenty of time with a couple of timeouts left. They're going to
I tell you, they're getting a lot of penetration, but it looks like the Stanhope defense is tired. Block somebody.
throwing it to the corner. There's a man there.
They slammed him down way after he threw the ball.
And their head official is there, and they're not going to throw a penalty flag.
Number 50 missed his block, and he threw the ball, and they just threw him to the ground. No flag. My goodness. 40.3 seconds. The clock stops on the incomplete pass.
From here, it would be a 36-yard field goal attempt. The bad thing about it here at Stanhope, Doug, is the uprights are short, very short. Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage on the 3rd down play. Anderson's going to throw a fade. It's number 3 intended for
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to throw the flag this time. 2 flags come. They actually tackled number 3 to the ground. That was Quinn. He was looking back. He was open, and the man that was beaten just tackled him to the ground.
Well, they do teach you that. I don't know if he's been taught that so far this year, but if you beat, a penalty's better than giving up 6. So Tigers don't score there, but Stanhope probably made the right play with the interference. That's going to take it half the distance to the goal, I guess, since it was actually the 21, so it should go down to the 10.5, or I don't know.
It was the 19. We got 2 yards on that Harris.
Well, they mark it just inside the 9 yard line. So if we get 9, it should be a touchdown. 34.7 seconds, clock stopped.
Anderson takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to throw a screen pass, and it's incomplete. It was intended for LaCaviante Pugh. It's questionable whether or not it would have been successful or not. They had a man, they had blockers there, but there was also a Stanhope player in the middle of the mix, and he dropped it.
There's something about this when we play Stanhope. End of the game, and it looks like even a halftime now. It's going to be exciting. 9-6, the Mustangs lead. Tigers trying to score here right before halftime.
Anderson with Harris in the backfield with him. It's going to be a pop pass. This time, touchdown. Great catch by LaCaviante Pugh. I believe he had a touchdown catch last time we played here. Very similar to that, Doug. Oh, yeah. Charles, do you remember 2 years ago? I remember him just jumping up and catching one, snagging it just like that, or somebody. It might have been him, but it was a tight end. But that was a great catch by Pugh for the Tiger touchdown. They go back out in front by a score of 12-9. They will apparently kick the extra point this time. There's the snap, the spot, the kick, and it is good from Wingate. And the Tigers lead 13-9 with 25 seconds to go here in the first half.
Sponsored by Wingate CPA. Go to see them for all your tax and investing needs as the Tigers go back up on top. 13-9, only 25.7 seconds. Keith, normally you think, okay, well, that's going to take us to halftime, but this is Stanhope and Eufaula.
That's right. But the first touchdown pass of the season for Browning Anderson, 9 yards to the junior. He is a senior, LeCaviante Pugh, the tight end.
Well, that number he's wearing, he looked an awful lot like Yanze grabbing that pass. We used him as a receiver a few times. He used all that height and reached up and was able to gather it in. Great play. Why are we kicking off from the 35?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Somebody tell our coaches because he's the head official. I mean, not the head official. I'm sorry. John Wayne's fixing to ask the official as he comes off the field. And John Wayne, we got John Wayne on top of that one. Thank you very much. Let's call John Wayne and what he said. What do you say, John Wayne?
I just asked him why the 35. He turned around and looked like, oh, my God, I made a mistake.
Good job. Good. Back him up 5 more yards. Wingate approaches.
Pooch kick. It's going to come down and be forward. The Tigers have it at the 32-yard line.
Oh, it stopped.
The Tigers recovered that one. They will have it at the 32-yard line. You talk about crazy stuff happening at the end of the half, Doug. Here we go. Maybe it's going to be crazy in favor of Eufaula.
That was just – he does a good job. I mean, almost golfer precision, being able to see an opening on the field. He's not going to kick it in the end zone, but he's going to kick it to that open spot. And that time, them trying to catch it on the run, it just bounced off his knee right to the Tigers.
The Tiger offense back in, and they're going to throw a flag, and I don't know what it is.
I'm sure they got to do something to back us up. That flag actually came from the middle of the defense.
11 players on defense for Stanhope.
Flag's right there behind the linebackers. And he's marking something off against the Tigers. False start. We weren't even.
Nobody even moved. We weren't even set yet.
Okay. 22.3 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that clock, too.
Anderson takes it. He's going to throw it. He is hit as he threw it. It's going to.
Our receiver tried to come back and adjust, and they're going
to throw it. They're going to throw an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on us.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I ain't going to blame a lineman.
2 of them.
I ain't going to blame a lineman for trying to protect his quarterback after they done slammed him down on the last one. They
hit our quarterback way out of bounds.
And late.
And then they hit him late. And they drove our running back 8 yards after the whistle. But they're going to call 2 personal foul penalties on us. It's going to be 3 straight. No, they offset. How about that? Okay, so.
And a lot of times you see those come at the same time. The first one actually came against Eufaula, and it was 5 seconds or so when Stanhope said something or did something going back. They got theirs. 15.4 seconds.
Anderson takes it. He's looking to throw. He's going to roll. He's going to throw it on the run. And it's incomplete. Intended for Zakai Steele down around the 28-yard line. It's incomplete.
Tigers are asking for a late hit there on the quarterback, but
it's 3rd down now. You know, Doug, with the Tigers having 2 timeouts, I don't know if they have anything. If they could hit something quick, like a tight end dump to Pugh or something over the middle, and let him get what he can get and get down, and at least have a field goal attempt.
He's better get out of bounds quick.
A field goal would give the Tigers a touchdown lead.
We have a long field goal kicker, but he needs about 10 more yards at least.
He really needs about timeout. Yeah, they're going to use 1, but the Tigers have 2. With a timeout on the field, we're going to keep it here. And I don't know if John Wayne, could you see any movement from the Tigers on that motion penalty?
It looked to me like we just got up there and lined up. The flag came from the back judge. Unless he saw something from back there and somebody stood up or something.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look like we were set yet on the line of scrimmage. But I know where you are. You were behind the offensive line, behind the play, so you had a better vantage point than us.
Yeah. The flag came from the back judge. I mean, I don't know what he saw.
All right, as soon as this half's over, we're going to try to go down to John Wayne catching Jarrell coming off the field if we can. We talked to him last week about he had some technical difficulties. But tonight, I don't know if he got a chance to talk to him. We'll try to catch Jarrell, and John Wayne will have a couple of questions for him coming up going into halftime.
So it's 3rd down and 15 yards to go for the Tigers from the 37-yard line of Stanhope Elmore. 9.9 seconds to go in the half. Crazy things have happened before between these two. Normally that happens at the end of games, but the Tigers have it looking to try to capitalize on this good field position. And instead, they're going to kneel the ball at the 42-yard line. Should run out the first half. It looks like the Stanhope is going to be content to go into the halftime locker room. Tigers will go in with a 4-point lead, Doug. The whole first quarter plus was played on the Eufaula into the field. They got a safety, but the Tigers able to come back late in the second quarter and go to halftime with the lead. John Wayne, we'll take it to you.
Yes, sir. I see, Coach. I'm trying to get up with him now. He's headed to the tent.
Well, while you're trying to catch up with him, folks who just joining us, we'll receive the second half kickoff. Be sure to get your name in the comments, Mid-South Bank, because the Tigers take it all the way back. It'll win somebody a cool $100 bill.
Here comes Coach. I'm going to ask him the question, and then I'm going to put him on the microphone. Coach, tough half right there. Tigers look pretty good. Had the momentum several times. They roughened up our quarterback a little bit. I seen you giving the umpire. How you think we're doing here?
Basically doing good in the run game. I just need to protect our quarterback a little more. There's some holes we got out there in the passing game. We just got to stay consistent up front with the O-line and just run the ball on them and take our shots when we can.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it, gentlemen. We're going to step aside for a commercial break. We'll be back with some halftime stats. You'll listen to Eufaula High School Tiger football. We'll be back in a moment.
R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate & Company for your accounting needs.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? Apex Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for 7.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive.
From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, Impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687.
R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate & Company for your accounting needs.
In Millbrook at Foshee Henderson Stadium, where the Tigers of Eufaula lead the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs 13-9. And folks, we're going to have some stats here in just a moment, but a game of interest to the Tiger faithful. Everybody wondered how would Auburn do as they traveled up to take on number 2 Auburn tonight. Enterprise goes up to take on number 2 Auburn. And the last score we have with 5 minutes to go before the half, it's Enterprise 14-7, but it was 14-0 Enterprise before Auburn scored. So 14-7 a very interesting situation there. Is Enterprise ranked number 5 in the Class 7A. So Charles, maybe that game last week, maybe not as maybe the sky wasn't falling as much as we thought.
That's right. Enterprise, they were pretty impressive. They came out and they scored 28 the first quarter on us, and sort of uphill battle then. But our kids didn't quit then, and it's showing tonight.
That's right. And so looking at tonight's game, it did not get off to a great start for Eufaula as they won the toss. They deferred to the second half. They kicked off to Stanhope. Actually, we talked about it already, but if you tuned in late, but we pooch kicked the ball, came down to the 35-yard line, and Eufaula fielded it in the air as Stanhope was getting away from the football. We did not see anybody wave for a fair catch. We actually went back and watched the replay. No one waved for a fair catch, but a penalty flag came out. The officials talked about it. They called kick interference on the Tigers, which I didn't realize carried a 15-yard penalty. You could tee off and hit the guy dead between the numbers and get a 15-yard penalty, and they called 15 yards, gave Stanhope the ball at midfield, but the Tiger defense came to play tonight.
It's kind of ironic that they said somebody waved fair catch, which we didn't see. There was nobody within 5, 7, 8 yards of that ball. Wasn't it Stanhope a few years ago when we had two guys back? One of them waved fair catch on the punt, and the other guy took it.
It was here.
Was it? See,
pretty sure. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I remember what you're talking about. One guy waved on one side, the other guy caught it, took it for a big game, if not a touchdown. And
they sure are looking at a lot of waving hands a long way from the football. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So at any rate, the Tiger defense held Stanhope to 1 first down. They punted it back to Eufaula. Eufaula took over at their own 12-yard line, deep in their own territory, 3 and out on that possession. They punted it to Stanhope, who went 3 and out themselves, only picked up 3 yards on 3 plays. Just a punt fest early in the game. Punted to Eufaula. Eufaula took over this time at their 13-yard line, 3 and out. Back to Stanhope, who gained a little bit of field position each time. They started at the 50, the 43, then the 41. Another 3 and out. Punted it to Eufaula, who took over at their own 2-yard line. But from there, the Tigers were able to notch out a first down and cross the 20-yard line and punted it back to Stanhope, who then drove it from their own 47-yard line down into Tiger territory before they fumbled the ball to Eufaula. The only turnover of the first half gave the ball back to Eufaula at the 17-yard line. From there, the Tigers were able to move it 83 yards in 8 plays following the fumble. It was culminated with a 1-yard touchdown run by Jaquavius Moss, but the big play, actually 2 big plays on that drive. It was a 22-yard run by Red Harrison, a 36-yard pass play from Browning Anderson to Antron Mitchell that put the Tigers with the 1st and goal. That touchdown came with 4:43 to go in the first half, and the Tigers had their first lead of the season, 6-2, following the failed 2-point conversion. Stanhope with a first down before punting it back to the Tigers. Tigers then went 3 and out themselves, and it just before the Tigers got the ball back, and they moved 9 plays, 77 yards in a minute 51 seconds. That culminated with a 9-yard touchdown pass. It was Browning Anderson to LeCaviante Pugh. That came with only 25 seconds to go in the first half. Tigers lead 13-9.5. It was a great first half for the Tigers as they made big adjustments from last week.
Yeah, they did. And just a couple of highlights. You've got the yardage already out there. Harris had 11 carries for 58 yards. Moss had 2 carries for only 5 yards, but one of them was a touchdown carry. And Anderson had only 3 carries, but he had 49 yards total on his carries. For Stanhope, the highlights were actually McQueen, number 4. He's carried the ball 11 times for 47 yards, and their leading carrier at this point. Yeah,
to go back and touch on the total yardage, Eufaula ran 28 plays in the first half for 176 yards, 6 first downs. Stanhope Elmore, 24 plays, 117 yards, 5 first downs. So it started a little slow offensively for Eufaula, but Eufaula ended up with 59 more yards in the first half than did Stanhope Elmore, 1 more first down. So overall, a good first half of football on the road against a bigger school, a 6A opponent, Stanhope Elmore.
All right, we're going to take a break and take some commercials. But first, I want to give you a reminder, if you're watching on this Facebook, you can go on under the comments. The Tigers have received the second half kickoff. I tell you, we've got some quick guys back there. Be sure to go on there, comment Mid-South Bank. If the Tigers take it back for a touchdown, we will draw from everybody that's already registered before the kickoff for a cool $100 bill sponsored by Mid-South Bank. Be sure to do that. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Proudly serving the Eufaula area for over 30 years, Wirtz Consulting is here to help you with all of your IT needs. Call Chris Wirtz at 334-695-2820.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
With the
Appreciate Lauren Streeter and that commercial. Be sure to watch it next time on there. There's not many folks, Lauren, able to get Joe Biden in the commercial there. See if you spot him on the commercial. Quick update from Merrill down in Elba. We appreciated Elba up 42-0 over Kinston. And we did have an update at 8:12 a few minutes ago. It was 14-10 Enterprise over Auburn, I think is what it was. So, and shout out to Sarge listening back in Eufaula. We miss him being on the sidelines here helping out. Tigers have yet to come out after halftime. They'll want to watch it. The officials are already out looking for them, blowing the whistle. They'll sure give us a flag. 34 seconds on the game clock as Stanhope's already been out warming up. You know, that ought not to be a penalty when the home team is right there under the scoreboard and can see the scoreboard, but they make you go dress 100 yards around behind the field back here somewhere, and you can't see the clock, anything. I guess you got to have somebody down there to keep an eye on it for you.
So, yeah, this is unusual because, I mean, they've been warming up. So unless we're stretching behind the bleachers where we can't see them, we're going to come straight out and have to line up.
And we actually had some Jimmy Simmons come tell us. We noticed the mat on the sideline that you see a lot of times that has the numbers for the players to make sure you got enough folks on special teams and all that stuff. Actually, you've all implemented that this week. Why they're signaling something. I'm not sure what they're signaling, but we're going to mess around and get a penalty here.
That's
over
5
there.
yards. So,
you know, I always often wonder that if you just stayed around there, how many 5 yards could it be before? Anyway, the mat on the sideline is because Eufaula has some COVID issues this week, and I know the Holloway boy's out. I don't know that that's with COVID, but he's out this week. We've got some out that are sick, and anyway, we just want to make sure we got enough people. The offense, defense, special teams, they put them in there and make sure we got 11 folks ready to go out on the field.
well, as we said, late in the first half or at halftime, it was 14-10. Enterprise leading Auburn on the road. Last night, it was Charles Simpson losing at Mary Montgomery, which is a 7A program down in Mobile, but Mary Montgomery not normally known as a powerhouse. So 19-7, the Trojans lose down there last night. So Carroll lost the first week. I know Headland won against 4A Geneva, but the Tigers rebounded well this week so far through 24 minutes of play, because this Stanhope Elmore team defeated Shades Valley 42-13. They were 29-point victors over Shades Valley last week. So,
and I don't know, it can change from year to year, but you know, in the past, Shades Valley's been a pretty darn good ball team.
That's right. And so who knows?
They put a couple of minutes back on the clock. It's down to 1:16 now. Tigers are warming up in their end zone, so we'll be underway here in just a second. Jarrell's coming out. He's talking to the officials now. I'm not so sure we're not going to get a 5-yard penalty, but we'll see. That he's actually talking to him about looks like they're talking about the receivers or something there. I'm not sure. One of the officials was telling him something looked like. So either way, Tigers have played a great first half, especially considering last week. I did not see them. I don't care what happens in the second half. They did well to rebound because that was I don't want embarrassing, demoralizing. It's the worst the Tigers had been beat since 1922. A record for 101 years, I guess. So to be able to come back, I'm sure they worked hard this week, and it has shown so far.
And this game didn't get off to the best start. I mean, they gave Stanhope started the first 3 possessions at midfield or better, and the Tigers held them scoreless for those 3 possessions. So, great.
You got to think that first possession, if the Tigers didn't score, at least it didn't give them the ball in our end for so many times for them to put the points on the board, the safety especially. So
that's right.
It definitely affected some points.
No doubt about it.
This is one of those games you don't want to go down to the wire, though, because it's the craziest thing at the end of these games we've ever seen, whether it's here, whether it's there. You actually, I think, talked about it. Somebody said yesterday how close these two are over the years.
I've got it here somewhere, but I think it's
8-8.
Yeah, 8-8. The series is tied 8-8, and I think 16 points separates them. I've got it here just a second.
Wow. You play 16 times and 16 points separate you.
337 points for Stanhope, 321 for Eufaula.
Wow. Stanhope about ready to kick off. Tigers have yet to put anybody on the field. The officials doesn't give them the ball. They've got it on the tee. And he's moving out of the way now to let them kick. That's something you don't usually see either. I mean, if they're going to give him a penalty, that's one thing, but don't let him onside kick or something.
Yeah, they did not. So this is Stanhope's first home game of the season. Right. They were on the road at Shades Valley last week.
Be sure you got Mid-South Bank in the comments because
right.
Somebody may win $100, right?
Slaughter and Steele stand back deep for the Tigers. Both of them stand right around their 12-yard line. That's where Slaughter received it last time. Here's a kick. It's end over end. It's going to come down to Slaughter at the 8. He bobbles it, picks it up at the 6. He's got people to make miss. He does not. He crosses the 10. He goes down at the 13, maybe the 14-yard line.
The way the blocking was set up, guess where we were coming? You know what? If they'll ever run it to the opposite side with the blocking going that way, somebody may win $100 on that. But mark that question down to ask next week. They got to be waiting to surprise somebody with it. We're going to be backed up. Of course, that's nothing new. We've been backed up pretty much first series all year long.
So from the 13-yard line, I guess, let's call it the 14. Anderson shotgun formation. He's going to hand it to Harris. Harris with running room. He breaks out to the left. He crosses the 20. He's going to be really close to his first down. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be 9, possibly 10 yards. We'll wait and see where they spot him down or where they mark the ball. They're going to call it 10 yards. 10 yards in a first down. A good start to the third quarter for the Tigers, who lead 13-9. Just underway here in the third quarter. Quick pass to the outside. It's complete. Up the far sideline, across the 25, up near the 30. Call it a gain of 6. And I'll see who the receiver was. It's hard to tell all the way across the field. The lighting, not the best. I think it was Tron Mitchell. It was Antron. 6-yard gain on first down.
Tigers are doing a little short huddle right there, 2 yards off the line, quickly up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
2 receivers to either side. From the right hash mark, it'll be a handoff to Harris. No, it's going to keep her. It's going to be Anderson. He takes it across the 35. He's going to fall forward to the 37. That'll be a gain. That'll a gain of 7 yards and a Tiger first down. That's 2 quick first downs to start the third quarter for Eufaula.
You hate to see him take a hit like that, but that's better than going out of bounds and being shoved into the second row over there.
Yeah, no doubt. Pair of receivers to either side. Once again, it's going to be a pass play this time, a dump inside. It's going to be caught by Slaughter. Slaughter breaks a tackle. He breaks 2 tackles, stays on his feet. He's a slippery little guy. He gets it up to the 43-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 yards on that pass play, but just good effort out of Aurelia Slaughter that time, the senior wide receiver. Second down, a short 4. There's a snap. Going to hand it to Harris this time. Up the middle is Harris. A good hole off right tackle. Harris across midfield into Mustang territory down to the 48-yard line. And 8-yard gain on that play. They move these chains so fast, folks, it's hard to catch. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Going to hand it off this time and a big hit. And
number 2.
That was Torian Slaughter that time, the 10th grade running back who got it, and he was rudely met for about a 1-yard loss back near midfield. Tigers already with 3 first downs on this possession, though. Browning Anderson calling for shotgun snap. Still time on the play clock, 15 seconds and counting. Takes a snap, looking to throw this time. He's going to throw it. It's going to be low and incomplete. Defensive back got there awful close, awful quick. I mean, it was intended for Slaughter on the little curl route. It's going to be third down and we'll call it 11 yards to go after the incomplete pass.
Ball just inside Mustang territory, just across the 50-yard line, not quite to the 49. They blitz.
Anderson's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. It's a
jumped.
good thing. It's a good. He threw it off a jump. It's a good thing he didn't get a good arm on it because the direction he threw it. I don't know if he was trying to throw it to the outside receiver Slaughter. He had Steele on the inside, but there were 3 Mustangs all around him.
Yep, that could have been pick 6. You got to give it to the Mustang student section. They made a lot of racket over there, helping them Mustangs out.
It looks like they got hard hats and safety vest on.
Work week, or I don't know. The receiver stands back at the 15-yard line for the Mustang. Anderson takes a good snap, gets it away.
Oh, it's down, but it goes back to the receiver at the 19-yard line. But the field position, Mustang's going to start with by far their worst starting field position tonight.
Great job by the offense getting it out of the shadow of their own goalpost, flipping the field position. Mustangs will start at the 19-yard line.
37 yards for the Tigers on that possession. It took 8 plays, but 2:43 off the clock. But like Doug said, flipping the script on the field position, and the Mustangs starting with their worst starting field position tonight inside their 20-yard line.
9:09 to go in the third quarter of play. 13-9 if you're just joining us. Tigers lead Stanhope.
Shotgun formation for Bryant. He will hand it off. No, he keeps it. The quarterback keeps it. He takes it up the middle across the 20, up around the 22-yard line. So maybe 3 yards. It looked like it was going to be more than that, but only 3 yards on the gain for Stanhope.
It was actually a good read by him. As a lot of penetration from the front 4 for the Tigers in that 4-man front. Quarterback pulled it late and was able to get something out of nothing. Maybe 4 yards. They got him out close to the 23. We'll see.
Empty backfield. 4 receivers actually 5 receivers in the play for them. They threw it to the inside man, and he's going to take it forward for a first down. The ball came out. The beanbag came out. We'll see who recovered. I think Stanhope got back on it.
It should be a first down by about the length of the football. 6-yard pass. Actually, where they're marking it is just outside. It should be he just signaled first down. Clock still running. Now the officials are taking a timeout. An official's timeout. Now he had just signaled first down, but now he's going to measure.
I think Jarrell started arguing with him.
Oh, did he? Well, earlier in the game, they sure got a quick one from the official when it looked like it was short. So they want to make sure, and it should be by the half length of the football. Maybe by the nose. I don't.
Well, we'd already marked it as a first down anyway. So 7:55 to go in the third quarter. Eufaula still leads by the same score as it was at halftime, 13-9.
Bonds is getting a lot of penetration when he rushes. I don't see him out there now, but yes, he's on the far side, giving the quarterback fits.
We're going to hand it off to the quarterback's going to keep it again. And I'm going to tell you what, Doug, I'd much rather see him keep it than hand it to number 3, sweeping the left side. He's hurt us. He's got around the end on that side several times. Tigers apparently doing a better job of sealing and stringing that edge out.
1 yard gain there, about to just across the 30-yard line. Call it 2nd and 9 as the clock's rolling. 7:24 to go in the third quarter. Quick. First possession for the Mustangs here. Goes under center.
They've gone under center 2 or 3 times tonight. They're going on the toss sweep to the near side, to our sideline. It's going to take it from the 30 up to around the 35, 34-yard line, 4-yard gain. They'll bring up a third down. Third down and about 4 yards, 5 yards to go.
He actually they had the outside, but it was the short side of the field. He cut it back up into the pursuit of the Tigers.
Still a lot of time to go in this game, but kind of a big play here, 3rd and 5. If they hold them here, they get, you think, good field position.
Yeah, and you keep your defense fresh.
So Bryant in shotgun formation will have one back flank to his left. Fairly tight formation for Stanhope. They're going to take it, look to throw this time. He's going to get a little pressure. He's going to throw it deep. Has a man wide open, and he dropped it. He dropped it. He had slipped behind the defense, the receiver, number 3, and he dropped the football. It would have been a more than likely a touchdown for Stanhope Elmore. It would have been a 66-yard touchdown. As it is, it's going to go for an incompletion and a 4th and 5, most likely punting situation for the Mustangs.
Well, it's on a spot of the field. You don't normally see a fake, but they did try to fake one earlier from about 10 yards from there. You think here with trailing by 4, they punted away, but, you know, stranger things have happened. They did a shift on that fake punt before. They're not lined up for that shift. Actually, they are now. They're moving up, moving tight.
Well, number 3 is the only man back there.
That's an illegal formation right there.
It's going to be a delay of game.
Well, they only had 2 men off the line of scrimmage also, so it's probably saved them. If the officials was on top of that, it saved them from getting an illegal formation. So that'll back them up 5. That'll make it 4th and 10 now. Actually, Tigers had a lot of folks standing up on the line of scrimmage. They might have just been shifting into the tight formation.
So Zakai Steele is back. Ball is in the air. Steele will field it on a fair catch at the 39-yard line. So good job by Zakai Steele catching the football on the punt, the fair catch, and the Tigers with their their second best starting field position of the night. They did get a fumble on the kickoff late in the first half.
We're seeing, I think they're going to take the heat time out here with 6 minutes and 18 seconds left. Let's take a quick 30-second commercial. We'll go to John Wayne.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Are going on quick. Down to John Wayne. What did you do? Holler at that guy a while ago to make him miss that pass?
I don't know. I saw him slip away and wasn't nobody on him, and we caught a great break with him dropping that ball.
It did. Tigers are going to go 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. 6:18 to go in the third quarter, leading 13-9.
Motion back across by Steele. It's going to be a reverse. They've got one man. Oh man, it looked like it could be something working there, and it's going to go for about a half-a-yard gain. Really, you could say no gain on the play. It was a reverse that time. They brought the man in motion. Zakai Steele, they handed it to him. He tossed it to Slaughter coming back to the near side, and the play.
Quarterback Anderson out there, they only had one man, but he didn't get a block on him. They're looking to blitz over here. We run away from him.
Anderson keeps it. Anderson has been a pretty big threat on the ground tonight. He's taking it forward for 5 yards to the 45-yard line. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. The first down would come at midfield at the 50-yard line. It's going to be snapped from the 45 here on 3rd down as they're still unstacking the pile.
Doing a great job, playing a little gimpy tonight. I think he's got a knee brace on after kind of got beat up a little bit last week on his right knee, playing with a knee brace. So it's 3rd down and 5, call it, for the Tigers.
Shotgun formation, Harris to the left. It's going to be Harris. He gets in the backfield, but there's penetration quickly. It's going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers. That play loses a yard. Really never had a chance on that. And
we talked about earlier how we were handing it off, and we were actually slipping right by the big rush of the Mustangs every time. The last couple of times we've handed it off, we run right into the teeth of it. Big play here, big whistle blowing. Did they take a timeout? Not sure what's going on here. They blew it.
No, they've got a player down.
Oh, okay.
I guess with that player down, you want to keep it or go? I tell you what, a score surprising at the half. Pike Road trailing Hillcrest Tuscaloosa 10-0.
Let's take a quick 15 or 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more Tiger football after this.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Here we go. All right, we're back.
We're back. Anderson stands at his 30-yard line awaiting the snap on this punt. 4th down and 6 yards to go for Eufaula. Good snap. Anderson gets it away. Gets a wobbly kick away from the defense. It's going to take a big Tiger bounce this time. It's going to roll inside the 20. Inside the 25. It's going to roll down dead. I think, looking across, is that the 17-yard line? 17 or 18.
They got it out to the 18.
So still, they started last possession at their 19-yard line. The Tigers have been able to flip the field position on the Mustangs. And the last 2 possessions starting inside their own 20-yard line. The Tiger defense has played well tonight. .427 to go in the third quarter play. Tigers lead 13-9. Shotgun snap. Bryant throws a quick flare to the receiver. Number 3, he makes a man miss. He makes another man miss. He's going to take it forward for a first down. One of the Tigers' helmets come off. He's going to have to come out for a play. That's going to be a play of a gain of 13 yards on that pass play and a first down. Nothing fancy there. He just stood up and threw it to his wide receiver. Happened to be the man who's dropped the touchdown pass on the last possession. He called that one and did a good job running the ball forward for a 13-yard gain.
Clock rolling. 4:10 to go in the third quarter of play. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 30-yard line.
Bryant takes a snap, looking down. He's getting some pressure. He's going to pull it down. He's going to throw it late. He was across the line of scrimmage, I think, or he was right on it. It was incomplete. It felt incomplete. Sure looked like he was across that line of scrimmage, but if not, I don't know if the rule's like it is in college where you've got to have your entire body across the line. His arm was across the line when he threw it.
.355 to go in the third quarter. Tigers still leading 13-9. This is a big play. 2nd and 10. Now for the Mustangs, they kind of going under center. There's that shift again. Tigers shifting the linebackers.
Look from
now the end shifts
to
over.
Toss it. Oh, we moved.
Yeah, but
delay a game. Delay a game. That's a big penalty.
I was fixing to say our nose tackle moved, but they jumped way into the neutral zone several times in the first half.
I was going to say, how did the back judge call offsides?
They called the one in front of him. It was the one by the linebackers. The judge got us for 5 earlier, but that's going to make it 2nd and 15. Helps a little bit. Clock still stuck at 3:55. And they're waiting on a play from the sideline. Play clock down to 14 seconds. They're still in the huddle. Under 10 now. They're still huddled up. They break with 8 to go.
Man, they're going to be pushing it this time. 5, 4, 3. They're hurrying because they see it. They moved, no flag, but it went to 0. Quarterback's getting pressure. He throws it late. It's going to be a great catch.
He's out of bounds. He had previously stepped out of bounds.
They're going to spot it down to the 41-yard line of Eufaula. That's a
2nd and 15. Wow.
Yeah, from the 25-yard line. That is a 34-yard pass play. That quarterback's got a good arm. He showed it there, and that was a great catch. It was good coverage. You just got to give it to him. They executed that play.
He stepped up in the pocket well.
He stepped up in the pocket. The Tigers had good pressure. They had good coverage. It's just a good throw and catch. 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 41-yard line of Eufaula. They're going to hand it off this time around the left end, and Tigers going to string it out. But he's going to get forward inside the 35 down to around the 33-yard line. That's going to be a gain of, depending on where they spot it, 7 or 8 yards. We'll see. They're going to put it at it's an 8-yard gain at the 33-yard line.
Give right up the middle. He's hit, but he breaks.
Yep.
We're just not wrapping up right now.
Down to the 25-yard line, a quick gain of 8 more yards.
This may be, Keith, where
timeout.
I was going to say we need something that COVID may be telling us here. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tigers take a timeout. We will, too, be back right after this.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
We're back. Millbrook, Alabama. Foshee Henderson Stadium, the site of several exciting Eufaula Stanhope Elmore matchups over the years, and this one a close one as well. 13-9 with 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Stanhope with a 1st and 10 inside the Tiger 30-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle, and going to go for a touchdown. Just broke it. Oh, he stumbled the ball. It went back in the end zone. He's going to fall up for a touchdown. My goodness, the Tigers had a chance at that when he fumbled before he crossed the goal line. The Tigers had a chance to recover it, and weird things happen in Millbrook, Alabama, and that was a weird play there. The Mustangs end up with a touchdown.
20 how many?
25 yards. Goodness, a straight give up the middle, and the Tigers just missed a couple of tackles. And
I don't know if it's fatigue or what, but they're just running through our tackles now. It looked
it was a great effort by one of the Tigers that dove at the ball carrier. He was about to cross the goal line, ripped the ball out.
They're going to line up for the extra point, which would give them a 4-point lead. 3-point lead. It's 15-13 right now with extra point pending.
There's a snap. The kick is up. The kick is booming. It's good. So it's going to be the new score 16-13 in favor of Stanhope Elmore with 3 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter.
Tell you what, while we have a second here before the kickoff, let's go down to John Wayne, and maybe he can tell us if it's fatigue or if it's what it is. We seem to be awful tired.
Yeah, there's a lot of leaning over and breathing heavy, cramping up. There's several getting cramps, so it's just time to suck it up and play football.
All right, we appreciate the sideline report. John Wayne Robinson, 3 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter of play. New score, new lead change. I guess that's 4 or 5 changes tonight.
Several.
16-13.
And that was a very quick drive for them. They took over their own 18-yard line. They went 82 yards in only 6 plays. They only took a minute, 27 seconds off the clock. They took over with 4:27.
34-yard pass play and a 25-yard touchdown run was the 2 big plays. 34-yard pass play, I think, was 2nd and 15 deep in their own territory that helped them out. And then they just gashed us right up the middle after a timeout on the touchdown. Tigers need to make something happen here and call up that touchdown run again. It'd be a little late for the Mid-South Bank challenge, but it would be well received right here. Tigers, let's see if they run it to this sideline or not.
There's the kick. It's a pooch kick this time. It's going to be fielded at the 32-yard line. It's going to be returned this time. I believe we'll check the number of the Tiger. I think it was 26 on that return. Perry Denard. We'll see when he gets up. No, it was Jabe Williams, number 20. He is a starting linebacker for the Tigers. He did a good job to field that kick and take it back out to the 36 to preserve some field position for Eufaula.
Gets up hobbling, but makes it to the sideline. Got to start region play next week. Need to be healthy, but we got to try to win this one here tonight.
Anderson rolling out to his right. He doesn't realize he's got pressure behind him. He throws it complete, though. He goes down. He was tackled from behind, but he's complete, good enough for a Tiger first down. I think it's a gain of 11 yards out to the 47-yard line. We'll check the Tiger. That was Antron Mitchell was on the reception. 11 yards and a Tiger first down. Good job. Anderson didn't know the guy was behind him. He rolled out buying time, and just as he let the ball go, he got tackled from behind. Anderson takes a snap. This time he'll deal it off. It'll be Harris.
I hope it don't turn out to be something big, but if you look down there, that ball was snapped at about the 46-yard line, just outside, maybe a ball outside the 46-yard line. The markers were at the 47-yard line. So, I mean, an extra half yard, but, we'll see here. Tigers have to swap somebody out. I don't know if a helmet come off or what, but they're going to send Parker Simmons out.
Well, you're right on top of that. Sitting there watching it. So second and 7. 150 and counting here in the third. Tigers trailing by 3. My goodness, that time, he did not give it to the running back. He kept it, and they swarmed him for a 5-yard loss to the 45-yard line. Big play there. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 from the 45-yard line.
We got a lot of work to do on the line of scrimmage. We haven't really – they've been just flooding in our backfield all night. We've been able to dodge them for the most part, but they're not giving Anderson and the backs any time at all.
.122, the clock rolling. Tigers trailing by 3. Anderson's going to roll to the near side. He's going to pull it back down. He's going to throw it late. He has a man there. Oh, it was a great effort to avoid a sack and loss of yardage by Anderson. He looked like he was going to run. He pulled it out late and slung it in the direction of Ja'Kai Steele.
He's got a lot of arm strength, Keith. He just kind of flicked that with a wrist and 20, 25 yards down the field. He actually got shoved and came up limping, but he went back out on the field. He's holding that right knee, and he's got a punt here. So, man, that looks like they got a lot of folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Good
9,
snap.
10,
Anderson
11.
gets it away. He kicks it away from the defense. It takes a little bit of a Eufaula roll. The guy feels it at the 30, ill-advised, but he gets away with it. Tigers fall on him at the 30. It does preserve 2 or 3 yards of field position for them.
I wouldn't want to be number 27 in the film room for them next week. That was not what you normally want your guys to do in that situation. Ball dead on the 30-yard line. That's where they'll start. 1:05 to go in the third quarter of play. Tigers trail 16-13 in this ball game.
I tell you, Stanhope's offense has moved the ball better of late. The last couple of possessions, it's been the passing game that's kind of opened up that run. The run's been impressive, but
that we're arm tackling. We're not wrapping up like
fatigue
we were.
may be the biggest thing. Handoff up the middle. That was a pretty good contact. They're going to bring him down for about a 3-yard gain, 2 to 3 yards. We'll see where they spot it down. All said and done, 3-yard gain. Xavier Dennis on the stop for Eufaula. He is the
2nd and 7 with 41 seconds to go in the quarter.
Bryant takes it. He's going to hand it off to his back. This time looking to sweep the outside. Tigers have a good pursuit there. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And Eufaula has fallen. Big hit by Jave Williams that jarred that. Jave with jarring the ball loose at the right outside the 30-yard line. I think the Tigers are going to have it at the 31-yard line following the fumble. That is 3 turnovers tonight on Stanhope Elmore.
And give him a 2-yard loss because they had gained 3 out to the 33. So Tigers take over to 31. That'll be a 2-yard loss from the back with 24.4 seconds. Tigers have a shot here. Quickly out on the field is Anderson. They're ready to go.
Anderson takes it. He hands it to
Harris quickly open. He's going to go. 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers. With a late flag. They tackled him in the end zone late, but a 31-yard touchdown run by Red Harris, and the Tigers have retaken the lead. They now lead 19-16.
We'll see.
One play, the Tigers capitalize on the turnover.
Hopefully that'll be marked off on the kickoff as he's signaling, yes, horse collar. And they said they'll do it on the kickoff. So that's a good thing there. As he comes off, he's all right from that tackle. Trainer's checking him out, getting some high fives, extra point. Wingate CPA extra point coming with 16.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Tigers lead 19-16. Big extra point.
Here's a snap. Placement kicks up by Wingate, straight down the middle and good. And the Tigers lead by 4 again, 20-16. Doug, back and forth we go.
That's 5-6 lead changes tonight, and that's a big extra point there. The Wingate CPA extra point. Be sure to give them all your tax and investment. They'll help you out 100%, but that's a 4-point lead. That's big in this contest.
Where's Harris on his rushing right now? Rushing
that
yardage.
Put him over. I meant to say that put him at a 31-yard carry, put him over 100 for 106. 15 carries for 106 yards. Unofficially, of course.
Our stats are normally pretty darn close. Tiger kickoff team making their way out on the field.
Well, they got to mark off the penalty, so we should be kicking off in their territory.
It should be from the 45-yard line, yep.
Man, I'd want to do another pooch kick here, but we don't have a clue of how they may call it, even if we were to recover it. They backed the center guy up 7-8 yards. They really only have 4 men up. We've seen that called before. I mean, even if you kick an onside straight forward, they get it at the 35 maybe.
He kicks it deep, does Wingate. It's going to come down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. It's going to be a return to their sideline. They set up a wall, but the Tigers do a good job from pursuing inside to out, and they stop him inside the 20-yard line. We'll have to wait and see where they bring it across. It looks like it's about the 15 or 16-yard line.
Number 9 for us, Lamont, is complaining. His helmet was ripped off about the 26-yard line. But no call. They're going to make him check out as he's actually, no, they didn't make him come out, I don't think. The only way you can stay, there he comes out now. Okay, I was going to say the only way he can stay is if it would have been a penalty flag. But so they're backed up at the 16-yard line, first and 10 with 9.2 seconds to go in this quarter.
There's a handoff up the middle in open room, and he breaks tackles. He could go for a touchdown on the last play. On the last play of the third quarter, it's going to be an 86-yard touchdown run.
Would you expect anything else in this game?
84-yard touchdown run just on a straight give play. Back-to-back touchdown runs. One from Eufaula for 31 yards, one from Stanhope for 84 yards, and Stanhope now leads 22-20. It may be fatigue, Doug, but we're just missing tackles. It's arm tackling.
Our defense still has a lot of work to do. I know they're tired. I know we got folks out, but it's just missed assignments and a lot of things going on now. An extra point. 22-20 is the score with an extra point pending.
There's a snap. The kicks up. Good kicker from Stanhope. He makes it good. So 23-20 now.
And we'll take a timeout as that's the end of the quarter, and they should too. We'll be back after this commercial break.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now, Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Plays, one for the Tigers from 31 yards, one from the Mustangs from 84 yards. And we've had another lead change, 23-20. The Mustangs lead. A squib kick down the middle. It's going to be fielded at the 33-yard line, bringing it back to the near sideline. 21 is going to cross midfield. He'll takes it all the way down to the 47-yard line of the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. Great kick return that time by Zion Martin. He's listed as a linebacker, a junior, and he was Johnny on the spot that time. Doug, he fielded that kick, that squib kick cleanly. He knew what to do with it. He tucked it and ran and broke a tackle or two and took it to the 46-yard line, they say. So that's where the Tigers will take over their 11th possession of the night.
They definitely don't call spearing anymore neither, as he took a shot as he went down, but great job there.
So from the 46-yard line of Stanhope, Tigers going to take it. They hand it to Harris. Harris breaks a tackle in the backfield. He'll take it forward for 2 yards to the 44. The Tigers starting in Mustang territory following the touchdown run from the Mustangs. Be nice to see the Tigers going about a 10-play drive on the ground, grind it out, take some time off the clock, and score a touchdown here. The rest of the defense. Harris breaking tackles in the backfield as he takes it down to the 40-yard line. 4 more yards for Harris. This is going to bring up a third down possession play. Third down and
Well, they didn't
4
get him
yards
the
to go.
30, it's just outside the 41, I'm sorry. They didn't quite give him the 40-yard line, but marked him back there a little bit. Big play here. We need about 6 yards, 5.5, 6 yards. Tigers changing the play.
Under 11 minutes, 10:54 and counting. The first down would come about the 36-yard line. Going to throw the pass. It's going to be caught right about the line to make. It was a great catch right at the 36-yard line. It was really a slaughter on the catch.
Well, earlier, they sure give them, oh, my goodness, we're going to walk over there.
It's not bad. It may be okay. I don't know.
Them
It's
a
hard to
quick
say.
first down a couple of times and didn't measure. We'll see what they do here.
It was a good throw, and it was an even better catch. I mean, that was an outstanding catch. He was under duress, Doug, and he threw it. And
a little behind, but a great catch, making it happen there. It's going to be, let's see. I didn't look at where the marker was over here, but let's see. The ball is actually inside the 36. Touching the 36, but inside the 36. So it's going to be real close. I think we got it by half a football.
First down. Yep. Tiger first down.
And I'm like you, Keith. It's good to see a first down there. Keep grinding it out. You want to score, but you want to give that defense a little bit of a breather here.
Tigers huddle up this time. They break the huddle. Clock back in motion with 10:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers trail 23-20. Anderson takes it. He throws a quick pass to Slaughter. Slaughter going to break the outside. He has running room. He's going to take it ahead for another first down to the 25, just short of the 25-yard line. That's call it a gain of 11.
Oh, okay. All right.
Another first down for the Tigers to the 25-yard line. 11-yard gain. Stops the clock momentarily. 10:28 to go. Actually went out of bounds, so it will not. The clock will start on the snap of the ball. 25 yards away from the end zone. The Tigers hit it to Harris. Harris breaks the tackle once again in the backfield. He fights forward for 3, maybe 4 yards, depending on the spot. He's down inside the 22, near the 21. Well, the way they spot it, we'll say it's a little more than 3, but not quite 4. So we'll call it a 3-yard gain.
Stopping the clock as it's taking them a long time to get up.
They had
somebody called the time. They had somebody
0.
Okay. Harris is going to check out of the game. I was fixing to say earlier, McQueen for them, after he scored the touchdown earlier, it was the third time he touched it. He went for the 84-yard touchdown. Harris, for us, has carried it 2 times since he scored the touchdown. Look for maybe the next time he could touch it, he could take it in.
10th grade running back Slaughter in the game.
He has 1 carry, but I think for no gain earlier. Yes.
Going to throw. It was tipped to the line of scrimmage. Someone got a hand on it. They got a hit on Anderson. It was incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 6, short 7. So 3rd down, a big play here. Probably on the edge of field goal range here, Doug.
Pugh checks into the game. He's going to line up at tight end on the left side.
Slaughter remains in the game at running back, but it's going to be a timeout for Stanhope Elmore. So with timeout on the field, we'll step away for a commercial break. Be back with more Tiger football after this break.
R.W. Wingate and Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate and Company for your accounting needs.
Hey, we're back in Millbrook, and we're going to go down to our sideline reporter, John Wayne. What's going on down there, John Wayne?
The Tigers just need to keep punching in the mouth, running the ball. We're having good success running them. They're getting tired up in the middle. We just need to keep, and our defense needs to do some containment work.
It seems like from where we are, it seems like there's been quite a few missed tackles here. It may be a little tired here in the 4th quarter.
Well, that last touchdown run, there was no containment on that side. We all got sucked in, and he was gone.
Right. Big play here. 3rd down. Call it short 7. 9:57 to go in the 4th quarter. Tigers snapping it from just inside the 22-yard line. Going to hand it off to Slaughter. Slaughter breaks a hole. He's going to be, Harris, Red Harris. He has a Tiger first down and more. A 12-yard gain to the 10-yard line. Tigers pick up a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for Eufaula from the 10. 9:50 to go in the game.
He almost scored right on cue. We said the 3rd carry. The way these 2 teams are just so evenly matched.
Handoff. Once again, Harris up the middle. He breaks tackles inside the 5 to the 4. 6 yards, and the player for Stanhope slow to get up. 6 yards for Harris on 1st and goal from the 10. Tigers bringing in Moss once again. They're going to go the heavy package. Doug said, are they going to short toss it to Moss?
It scares me to death.
It's a scary play.
They brought in the Winn-Dixie beef up front, that's for sure. They got a line, and then they got another line.
From the 4-yard line.
And Jarrell's going to call a timeout. Did not like what he saw.
So we'll just talk for just a moment here. 8:58 to go in the game.
Let's John Wayne's right down there at the goal line. John Wayne, how close is that ball from the goal line?
He's sitting on the 4-yard line. I think he didn't have the personnel. He wasn't on that play. That's why he called timeout. He seemed a little upset as he went out to the huddle. But we're sitting on the 4-yard line.
All right. John Wayne right down there on top of it.
So we already used a timeout earlier, so we have 1 timeout remaining. I don't remember the timeout earlier, but it says we only have 1 left. Do you remember it, Doug?
I don't. I remember we took a timeout and Jarrell was talking to the officials, but I was thinking that was in the first half.
Didn't we take a timeout before they made their touchdown run?
Somebody took a timeout right before the touchdown run.
Yeah.
All right, back out. 1st and goal from the 2nd and goal, from the 4-yard line. It says 2nd down.
2nd goal, 4-yard line. Tigers stay in the goal line, G-line set. Moss, single back behind the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff inside to Harris. Harris fights for yardage. He's fighting hard. He's down near the goal line.
Match.
He's going to be just short. Give him 3 yards on the carry. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Now, why would you let it go on that long and blow the whistle right before he crosses the goal line? Ah, 3rd and 1. I tell you, that was such a strange-looking handoff in the backfield. I don't know that I want to risk it.
Yeah.
I might let Anderson just lower his head. But Stanhope brought in a lot of beef after that timeout, too. They got some big guys.
It looks like it's right at the 1 yard line, if not just inside the 1. Tigers in that heavy shut once again. Going to go under center, look for a quarterback sneak. Anderson's going to be pushed in. He's got a touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers. 8:09 to go in the game. The Tigers go back out in front, 26-23. Tigers take 3 minutes, 51 seconds off the clock on that 46-yard drive.
Let's hope the clock has got a player down, so it's going to take just a minute.
We said a 10-play drive. It was 9 plays, 46 yards.
Let's hope the defense got some rest. Tigers got a couple of folks coming off, look like they're a little banged up. Parker Simmons holding his right arm. He plays both ways a lot out there, too.
I tell you what, Doug, only got just a moment.
Big 98's going off now. He's fine.
Very impressed with the Tigers' rebound effort tonight. It would have been very easy to be down on themselves after last week.
Well, 2 good things so far. They look so much better tonight. And I don't know what the score is now, but when you heard the Enterprise Auburn game, you thought, hey, that was a pretty darn good Enterprise team.
Auburn has come back in the 4th quarter to take a 16-14 lead. But still.
That's as good as it gets.
So the Tigers are going to shift over and kick this extra point. It's a big extra point because they'll put them up by 4. They'll keep them within 3 if Stanhope scores another touchdown. There's a kick. Kick is up. Straight down the middle. It's good.
Woo, just like our economy. A lot of pressure, but they come through with the winning the solid extra point. Tigers 27-23 now. That extra, when we went for 2, normally throws you off a little bit. 27 because we went for 2 on that first one, but the safety keeps them closer with 23.
3-point difference there.
4-point ball game.
We'd be up a touchdown if not for that series of events. Ifs and buts and candy and nuts, but the safety, and then if they don't get the safety, we probably don't go for 2.
Exactly. And in this is something about I don't care if they're 6A, we're 5A. There's been times we've been in the same classification. Actually, too, I got asked a lot this past week. Next week, the week after Labor Day is when the first count starts. They throw it in there for a couple of weeks. So by the first of the year, we'll know what classification everybody will be in. But we've been in the same classification as them before, but we're dead even with them usually when we play them.
Pooch kick coming down inside the 20. Inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Looking to sweep the far sideline. A nice tackle over there about the 31-yard line. A lot of running, but it was side to side, only a 6-yard return. And Stanhope takes over at the 31-yard line with 8:01 to go in tonight's game. You follow up with a 4-point lead, 27-23.
I only see 3 or 4 folks that was on that kickoff coverage staying out there for the defense, and thank goodness because they had to run a long way to run him down that time. 31-yard line is where they'll start. 8:01. They've got is that a lineman or a tight end? It looks like a tight end split to this side. No, it's the tackle. He's way off the line of scrimmage. Maybe not enough for a penalty. But
they're handed off to running back.
Queen.
Good tackle in the backfield. It is going to be Lamons.
They stopped McQueen for basically no gain.
Yeah, no gain on the play. Actually, they say no gain. It looks like they spotted it down almost back to the 30. So it might have been a half-a-yard loss. We'll call it no gain. 7:38 and counting. Though this is a big possession. If the Tigers hold them here, get the ball back, they can run a lot of this clock off with the lead.
They still have 2 timeouts according to the board. But
there's a shotgun snap. Bryant looking to throw. He's going to roll to his right. Pressure to the backfield. He's going to pull it down and finally just run out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. We do deserve that penalty, but we stopped him.
for a short gain, and we drill him in the back out of bounds. Of course, they throw that flag. It was a good call.
Gives them a first down too. We had to buy the.
It's an effort. It's an effort. It's an effort penalty. It was one of the linemen was chasing him from the inside. By the time he caught up to him, he had just gone out of bounds and slowed up a little bit. He drilled him in the back. I guess you could see it on the video, but it's unfortunate. It's a first down for Stanhope all the way out to the 47-yard line. Now out near midfield, 7:15 to go here. Eufaula leading by 4, 27-23. Going to be a handoff from the wishbone. They handed off right tackle. We talked about the wishbone, Doug, coming into the game. That was the first time we've seen it tonight.
Jackson's only carried it 3 times before that possession tonight. He ought to be fresh.
Wishbone, once again, they handed off the same back, off right tackle. This time the Tiger defense is there. They stack him up.
Maybe a yard.
Maybe a yard gain after the 7-yard gain on the previous play.
Clock rolling, 6:37 to go in this game. This is actually a good opportune time for them. They got it right in front of their bench, a 3rd and 3. If they don't make it, there'll be a heat timeout probably. I don't know why the clock is stopped at this point. It should be running.
What the world?
Have no idea, except they may figure they need some extra time at the end of this game. We're running somebody on late. The clock is still stopped.
This clock stopped. This may be a break for us as we bring on a guy late. They're kind of letting him get in there.
He says roll it now. Maybe we sent somebody out. Maybe we had an equipment problem.
Maybe. Oh, he hit him in the backfield. Big loss. Lemons on the play. They're going to give him forward progress. He never saw the 46.5-yard line. Wow. It's only going to be a loss of a yard on the play. My goodness.
Well, do you play field position or do you go, 6 minutes and 7? Let's see if they stop it. It's supposed to be at a dead possession. It should make them run a play. They're not supposed to stop a live clock for a heat timeout, but that's what they're going to do. It's supposed to come at the next dead ball, but they stop a live clock, and it's an opportune time on a 4th and 4 for Stanhope to talk about it. Let's take a timeout, too, and be back after this quick commercial break.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.
All right, we are back. We're back in Millbrook. 4th down, a long 3 from the 47-yard line of Eufaula. Clock back in motion, 5:54 and counting. They're gonna take it. They're gonna throw a flare pass. He's gonna take it up the field. He is gonna be stopped very close. Depends on the spot. I don't think he got it, but it depends on the spot. It depends on where they.
He's got it by a yard on the spot. At least from where the spot that the official on this side's showing. All right, so the ball is just touching the 40. He's going to have it by a half yard. Almost down to the 42. So he should have this one. Gutsy call there.
I mean, putting the ball in the air. But they've thrown that play 2 or 3 times tonight, so.
It's taking a long time to figure out where to mark that thing, isn't it?
Give me a first down. You were correct.
It's It's funny. We'll have to watch that later on if it keeps being that interesting. What they do is when the official comes over and he marks it on the line, he's supposed to mark it one side or the other of the white chalk line, which is an additional 4 inches.
Remember, this drive was aided by a 15-yard penalty against Eufaula. It was a valid penalty, but the penalty certainly helped. Second first down of this possession. First and 10 from the 43 of Eufaula. They hand it to the first man through from the wishbone.
We jumped in about a 5-6 man front there for a second. He still got down a couple of yards almost to the 40-yard line. Maybe the 41 is where they're going to mark it. But I think that his number, was it 21? I don't know. Earlier.
I can't tell.
I think he was the one that carried it earlier for about a 3-yard gain. Yeah, wishbone.
Going to be a toss. Number 3, sweeping the right side.
Good job.
Tigers with good penetration.
Hold him.
And he's actually going to fight forward for a yard after all said and done. It looked like it would be about a yard loss. Instead, it goes for a yard gain.
Number 3. That's his 6th carry on the night. Gives him 21 yards there. He's the fresher running back.
It was a 1-yard gain, but 3rd down and 7.
Big play here for the Tigers. Don't do anything to give them a free first down. It may be 4-down territory, 4:34, 33. Clock rolling. Play clock down to 15 as they break the huddle.
27-23 in favor of Eufaula. Wishbone once again. Don't be surprised they don't throw the ball here out of the wishbone. The Tigers dig in with about 8 in the box. They are going to try to throw the ball. They got the guys down there. He is open. He dropped the football again. The Tigers are living right tonight. That will be 4th and 7 now after the incomplete pass. He was wide open. 25 had slipped behind the defense, and he just tried to run before he caught the ball. The ball was on the money. Just look at the replay. It hit him right in the hands.
We bid on it for sure. 4th and 7, and they're going to go for it as they keep the offense out.
4:14 to go in the game. Eufaula leads by 4, 27-23. They lost by 4 last time they came to Millbrook 2 years ago. They lead by 4 here. Brian takes it. He throws it. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. He's breaking back to the inside. He's going to be close, but he should be short this time, Doug. I think he's short by about half a yard. He got to the 34-yard line. The guy's walking in.
Oh, they're bringing it to the wrong side. The guy on the other side had it marked closer, and that's going to be all the way down to the 34.
Yeah, but he had to get to the 33. It's going to be 1st and 10, Eufaula.
He's going to measure it. All right, let's watch this. We talked about it earlier.
It's obvious.
Come in and mark the change. Let's see if we can pick up. He's going to go right there in front of the crowd.
It should be 2 feet short.
He just picked it up in a hurry. So that was a guesstimate. Usually they take and clip a clip on there to mark it, but I guess they're way short.
Almost a full yard short.
4:07, 2 timeouts. Mustangs have left. Tigers going to need to pound out a couple of first downs, at least one. But it'll be a 25-second clock to start on this one. But after that, it should be 40-second play clocks are different than it used to be a few years ago. So you can run a little extra time off the clock.
They took 3 minutes and 54 seconds off the clock, did they, that time with no points on the board. It's a 9-play possession for Stanhope. No points. Eufaula takes over at the 34-yard line. They'll hand it off. It's going to be Harris. He breaks in the open field. He's going to take it up to the 40 as he broke the line of scrimmage. I said not really open field, but he broke to the second level. He picks up 6 yards on that first play. It'll take us under 4 minutes, 3:50 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Still 26 seconds on the play clock, Doug. We're up to the line of scrimmage. We need to wait and not snap this ball. They're looking to the sideline.
They are telling them wait now.
It's tough to hold.
To make sure that game clock does not.
It's tough to hold your.
Ooh, it is. We snapped, and that was a good thing. We went like we were going to go in a hurry. Anderson snapped his hands, and they jumped off sides and made contact that time. And that should be a first down.
It is a first down. It's a first down on that play. That'll be first 3 more downs for the Tigers with 3:31 on the clock.
They should start the clock in motion because it was in motion, but the clock is not started. There it goes. It does now.
No, 1 second. No, there it goes.
Hey, you got 25 on the play clock. Run it down close to 3 minutes. And there's a flag. Oh, is he going to call motion on us again? Oh, he's calling a false start. No, we can look to the sideline and change the play.
What?
It's the same guy.
Oh.
It's the same official that called that earlier. So that puts us behind the sticks. Now, the clock is still in motion. You know, I don't understand. In this situation, this is where I'd like to see you break the huddle and not have to hold a three-point stance. Tigers can snap it under 3 minutes if they want to wait. But it is 15 yards to go, 1st and 15. Going to lose yardage is Harris. He's going to lose yardage back to the 38-yard line. 2-yard loss.
Long way for a first down, but you sure don't want to have to punt here. And with 2 timeouts, they've got plenty of time.
Way to throw the ball. Harris is kind of shaken up. He's going to come out, and a sophomore, Slaughter, comes into the game.
Well, the bad part is there, and they only did a 25-second. See, they're resetting 25 seconds. This is supposed to be a 40-second play clock at the end of the play, but they are only putting 25 seconds on it there. Now, that time they had to because of the player being stopped and injured. But at the end of the play, it's supposed to go to 40 seconds. It only went to 25 there.
It's back in motion. 2:27. Yes, right. Tigers lead 27-23. 2:22 and counting. Tigers take the snap. They hand it off to Slaughter. Slaughter breaks the line of scrimmage. He's up to the 49-yard line. He looked like he was shot out of a cannon that time as he took it ahead for 11 yards.
It's stopping the clock.
They took a timeout.
So 11-yard gain by Torian Slaughter.
So with 2:09, they take a timeout, the Tigers leading by 4, and it'll bring up a 3rd and about 6 for the Tigers. We'll just keep it right here. Actually, we'll go down to John Wayne on the sideline to see if he's got any new information for us here during his timeout. Take it away, John Wayne.
I don't have anything new. We just need to keep grinding that ball. They're tired. They're very tired. We need to keep pushing down the throat.
Hey, Doug, I went back and watched the replay. That was actually a 12-yard gain by Slaughter on that play. They snapped it at the 37. It's kind of hard to tell here. Lighting is not great. And
well, how big is that crazy 5-yard motion that we won't see called again in another 5 years? Penalty. And the second one tonight, just you never see it called. You'll see the line take a knee, look to the sideline. I didn't see him moving either time, but it's surely not worth the penalty. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers.
Big play. The Tigers don't want to give the ball back to Stanhope. They can end the game if they pick up first down here. So a loss of 2 yards on the play. Stanhope uses their final timeout with 2:01. So Stanhope will get the ball back with less than 2 minutes to go on the clock. No timeouts.
Would you expect anything else in a Mustang Tiger game?
It's just uncanny.
How every one of these games go right to the last snap of the ball.
I mean, if you looked at this on paper coming off of week 1, you follow with a bad loss. Stanhope goes on the road with a big win. They're 6A, we're 5A. We're coming up here licking our wounds.
We're looking at past games, 2 minutes. Oh, that's 2 or 3 scores.
Right.
So 2 minutes is plenty of time. They're going to send back the young man that's been returning punts all night. He actually fumbled one earlier, number 11 for them. He's going to stand back about his 20-yard line.
We need a muff punt here and a Tiger recovery.
Muff reception? We want a good punt.
Oh, I said a muff. Yeah, muff reception, muff punt.
Anderson will stand back about his 34-yard line, 35-yard line.
A muff punt return, I guess, is what it would be.
10 men up close to the line of scrimmage. Stanhope's going to bring pressure from their right side.
Tigers shift Antron Mitchell back over to the right side here. Anderson takes a snap, Gets it away. It's a good kick.
Get away from it.
Going to be down to the. It is
Oh,
muffed. It was muffed. It was muffed. And Eufaula recovered. Recovered.
It's a Tiger ball.
Hey. How about a muffed punt return?
Woo! He had one earlier. We appreciate him doing it again.
How about that? How about that? Enterprise beats Auburn at Auburn 17-16 on a last-minute field goal. How the season looks different now after 1 week.
Tigers with a chance here. No timeouts. 1:54 to go. They can run it out here with a 40-second play clock. We'll see what they set the play clock.
I would not hand this ball off. I would kneel it because don't you have time?
Ooh, a high snap. He hands it off. Oh, a high tackle. He does not go down. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. I bet they mark him out.
No.
Nope, he says roll the clock. They do a 40-second play clock. Good deal.
That play only took, my Lord, it only took 10 seconds. It looked like he ran around quite a bit. But folks, 27-23, the Tigers lead, 1:30 to go on the clock. They have it second down and 10 from the 17-yard line, just inside the 17-yard line of Stanhope Elmore. Ten seconds, 9 seconds. It will be down just over a minute when the Tigers snap the ball. They have to snap it 2 more times. They will kneel it at the 21-yard line with 1:05. Doug, can we get out of here without an exciting finish?
Oh, never. And this one ain't over yet. The class 35 seconds, 55 on the game. So, let's see, 25 more. This should be it.
Yeah.
All we should have to do is just take a snap and take a knee.
That's
We're
right.
under 40 seconds right now, and we still have 17 seconds on the play clock. So go into a safety position, barring any kind of penalty on the offense.
We're under 40 seconds. There's a snap.
No, just go down. Just go down. Thank you. And that should do it.
That should do it with 18 seconds. The Tigers are going to pick up their first victory of the season. They have driven north to Millbrook, Alabama, and they have come in here and defeated the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs 27-23. The Tigers, a gutsy effort tonight. They look good on both sides of the ball. The offense puts up 27 points. The defense gives up 21, but a great effort from this Tiger football team tonight. 1-1, going to be home for the first time this season, take on Headland next week.
And on top of that, Enterprise beating Auburn 17-16 on a last-minute field goal. I tell you, that was a better Enterprise team than a lot of people thought. They really took it to the Tigers last week. But great job overcoming a lot of COVID and sickness this week. A lot of new faces out there on the field. Just a great all-around effort. The defense got tired, but as usual, Eufaula, Stanhope. I mean, this is a blowout. This is a 4-point win. They're usually 1, maybe 2.
Well, but the last time we came up here, we lost by 4 on a last-minute pass by 4.
Wow.
We win by 4.
The similarity and the way things happen with this group, it's uncanny. But you never know. The coaches have to work out the schedule, and you see who's 5A, 6A, 7A. You see how the classifications shuffle around. You don't never know. My understanding was that Tigers probably wouldn't be playing Stanhope again. You got Bear Woods over at Wetumpka. Him and Jarrell played together at Troy, so that could be a possibility. You have no idea. That's a 6A school too. We'll see. But the Tigers got the best of the Mustangs tonight.
Man, it was just outstanding. This always exciting game between these two. The Tigers needed a big win tonight. Tigers got a big win tonight. 1-1, even up the record on the season. Doug, the season looks different as we sit here 7 days later than it did last week.
Let's go down to John Wayne on the sideline and see what he's got for us.
Great win for the Tigers. Big confidence builder, Lord. You had to get out and find that grit and fight. I'm going to see if I can get Coach Turner to talk to y'all. Coach, talk to the guys for a minute.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach, congratulations. I was just about to text you congratulations, but I get to tell you instead. Man, that was an outstanding game. Great both sides of the ball. I mean, there was obviously some plays here or there I'm sure y'all would like to have back, but Great win.
Thank you. That was nailed by. I take my hat off to my offensive line, and Marquay Harris, my running back. He ran hard all night. We had a game plan to come in and run the ball behind our big offensive line and make an improvement from last week, and that's just what we did. And defense played an outstanding game. We gave us some big plays we shouldn't have, but they played good all around.
No doubt about it.
Coach, one more thing before you go in, just a little surprise. We just love to pass along. Enterprise beat Auburn 17-16 on the last play of the game.
Oh man! Oh! That's a shocker right there. Now, hey, let everybody know the Enterprise for real. I've been telling you up front, they're really good up front, and those boys who played last week are for real, and they just proved it right there.
That's right. They were ranked 5th. They'll move up. They beat the number 2 team in 7A. So the season looks. I just said it before you came on. The season looks a whole lot different here 7 days later than it did this time last week.
Oh, you're right about that.
Yeah. Congratulations on a big win, Coach.
All right, thank you, Coach Keith.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Wow is all we can say. From the Brown Heat and Air broadcast booth here from Stanhope, Elmore High School, Foshee Henderson Stadium. One more time between the Tigers and the Mustangs. An exciting game. The Tigers win in exciting fashion. They hold on to with a defensive stand. They get the big turnover. They're able to run out the clock. Just a great win. Folks, for Charles Irvin, Doug Applin, John Wayne Robinson, I'm Keith Bryan, wishing a good night and a great weekend. We'll be with you Thursday night for the Coaches Show. Next Friday night, 6:45 pregame. Headland at Eufaula. Be there or listen to us. It'll be a big game. The Tigers go into it 1-1. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Go Tigers.